All right. So last time, who wants to tell me what happened last time?
Not it.
We had an employee review. Cargo got a prostate exam. And Lou got bonked.
Yeah, Lou's actually incapable of telling you guys what happened last session.
But he does have an extended range of movement on his neck.
Every time he goes down the stairs, it sounds like a accordion.
Oh.
We also got a job to check out a Feyan wizard.
Yep.
This one, but for the Lord's Alliance, I believe.
Yes, it was Lord's Alliance.
Check him out. Likely murder him, but just to check out mainly.
Murder's fine.
If I recall, Uzana also got news that the Black Staff wanted to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Apparently, Art Incarnate has set up a meeting.
Yes.
Which very much confused Art Incarnate. He doesn't remember setting up a meeting.
Also, can you copy-paste what the name of that the gnome is who terrifies Gaddix?
Oh, yes. Let me... You know what? Here.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, she's not in the,
It wasn't letting me copy pasta.
yeah, she's right under Trumpeter, if you ever forget to.
Oh, is she in there? Okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
she's in there.
Yeah, I thought she was. Yeah.
Hadn't noticed.
Right above all the wazoo stuff.
I don't think she was in there, but when I showed her, she's now there.
Okay.
But, yeah. Xenophina has shown up and muddled with things. You all are still babysitting somebody in your basement.
Gaddix not enjoying the fact that he's being changed. Now he's not allowed to drink from the anus of his dog.
It's not the same, man.
What kind of oppression is this?
It's not the same.
I mean, that's a little bit more efficient, sure. I mean, that bit as well is a lot better than it used to be, and it stopped that rattling sound, but it's not the same.
Exactly, yeah.
And we have 2 more doppelgangers to check out sometime.
Yep, whenever they show up.
Actually, something that occurred to me that I didn't ask is how old do doppelgangers actually get?
I can't remember if it's 150 or 250.
Alright, so pretty old.
Yeah. It's one of those two. Off the top of my head, I can't remember exactly.
Imagine that that Gaddix and the other gnomes idea about building machines is kind of the same way that some people have with programming, where someone wants to make as few commands do as much as possible, or someone who is making a really elaborate amount of programming that makes everything super efficient and precise.
There you go.
Thank you.
Depends on how much you value Mike Merle's opinion.
Not a lot.
It's saying server not found for me. Oh, there it is. Now it's come up all of a sudden.
It's because we're on Wi-Fi. It throws fits.
Oh, that's funny, because I remember reading 150 to 200.
Well, don't value his one. He's not a rules maker.
Okay.
Along with other drama.
I mean,
It's not our Lord
mostly
and
matters
Savior
what this
Perkins.
setting exactly.
Yeah. But, yes, what are you all... It's early morning. You all have gotten your long rest. What do? You've already read your newspaper.
Double check the doors, make sure we're all fine, the hinges aren't cracked.
Noel's made it in while he was sleeping,
Roll
right?
me an investigation.
Delve.
I pull 1 spare Jarlaxle out of a crook. Toss it back outside, I'll wait until it grows up a bit larger. Oh wait, that's the full height.
Nope, you find nothing out of the ordinary, and everything seems completely kosher.
I don't
As far as
believe
you
that for
know,
1
you're-
fucking second. I cast Fairy Fire.
We all cast Fairy Fire.
As far as you know,
Percentage remove.
your captive is still in the basement. Have you checked to see if your captive is still in the basement?
No, because I'm still
Wait.
eating breakfast. Someone else can go fuck the fuck down there.
Yeah, we've already met him. Somebody else should go meet him.
I mean, aren't we supposed to not let him see us?
Yeah, that's part of what your boss said.
No, he didn't say that.
It's a good idea, though. So don't use each other's names. Don't let him see you properly. You know, in some cases, a spell maybe, but you know, otherwise I think you should be fine if you wear a bag on your head. He's pretty fucking out of it. But if he sees your face, I'll imagine he'll be able to recall enough detail there. So we need the most nondescript of a lot of you to go down there. So Horrocks and Adrax, on you go. No one can pick these two out of a crowd.
I would suggest it's you, but your height.
I'm already down there. He knows me as, was it John or what? Not you.
Oh, I'm John. You're
Raphael.
Raphael.
Raphael, that's right. Fuck it, I'll go down myself. Never mind. Just keep this
Want to be
warm.
invisible?
Nah, there's no need of burning that sort of shit. I've got this bag.
Careful, it's not the bag of
I
holding.
mean, I could also do this. Where's...
I know you can do your fancy disguise bit, but as a case of, do you want to make, you know, use that up on a fucking agent in the cellar?
It's got a point.
I'll go down with a bucket of water. It's not going to be pretty, I imagine.
We didn't get any mushrooms for his breakfast.
Well,
I did say I'd prefer him not to get those. Who knows? Maybe he uses them as spell components or something.
But we do need to give him something to eat.
well, we have done already.
And we can hand feed him. We have to, actually.
We got him some button mushrooms and whatnot, a few small caps. Nothing you
Okay,
could use for
that's good.
spells. But he also wants some decoration.
That's probably a bad idea.
That's a bad idea. I don't. For just not. It's not even a case of what he might do. It's a case of I don't want sporing fungus in our wine cellar where we keep our alcohol. The health inspector might have a fit.
Not the Spores Guild.
Yes. That's the thing, you see. They don't know who they have to contact. If they contact the guild against animal products or the guild for vegetable. Fungus is
mushroom?
weird, man. Fungus is very odd.
All I know is that I'm a fun guy.
You know, I don't know a lot about Drow Society, but I feel that would get you stabbed.
Oh, that's probably not the. That's not going to be the first thing.
It's not the first thing. I'm just pretty sure it would do.
Well, is the stab first or the whip first?
Yes.
So as Raphael, I head down to maintenance the fucker if he's there.
He is surprisingly there. And when he hears you coming on down. Who are you?
Raphael, I'm here to do your daily maintenance.
Really? I heard my salvation was at hand last night.
No, not really.
I could hear them.
What do you think you heard?
They were fighting through your whatever's up there to get to me.
You're expecting some elite guard or whatnot? The toughest that the
Yes.
Xanathar could throw at a problem?
Well, not necessarily right off the bat.
No? And here I thought you were in a lofty position. After all, you're the caretaker of the mighty Silgar. Or Sligar.
Yes. But he's not going to expend a bunch of useless resources right off the bat. I mean, people pathetic like you, he's just going to make sure to up the ante a bit.
I see. That explains why we had no issues there whatsoever. Okay. Right, hang on, let me sit you up against the wall here.
Oh.
We'll get you...
I will be free, and you shall be smited.
It's funny that, you know, I've done a lot of things in my life. I've never been smote.
Nor have I. I don't think it's pleasant.
Probably not. Doesn't seem to do much good for the undead and whatnot.
Oh no. No, of course not.
Xanathar the type to smite things in?
Oh, much better. He's grinning.
You're gonna leave me in suspense, then I guess.
Hmm. If it was just a smite, you would be glad.
So, big smite.
Hmm. How about erased from reality?
That does sound pretty nasty.
Nothing but fine dust.
Aye, that's a problem, that there.
I've seen it with my own eyes.
Huh. Alright, then. That was a big
You never
surprise,
want to
then.
doubt. Oh, well, it's one of them. You
Hmm.
don't want to doubt the mighty Xanathar.
Well, I don't know enough about him to even have an opinion, really. Seems strong. I'll give it that. Pretty organised, too.
He kind of waffles a bit at the organized.
So was it Sligutter's idea with the trolls all over the city?
He scoffs. Don't be ridiculous. Slygar is a fish.
Just thinking of what the dude looks like with his self-made beholder hat. Don't be ridiculous while bound up in magical iron bands. Well, no worries then. Well, let's get you cleaned up for the most part and fed and watered. Will you be back down around lunchtime or maybe dinner?
You'd have me skipping dinner or lunch?
Well, it might be busy. Not always going to be in the house.
He scoffs.
I
The
mean,
Xanathar will learn of this.
I've got
I'm
things
telling
on me.
him right now.
Look, I've got things of my own to do. You can appreciate that as a man who lives his life by the routine of a fish. Sometimes
the
you're just too
will
busy.
know.
Mm-hmm.
I am telling him right now.
I see. I take a look in his eyes. Just look like he's trying to focus really hard.
Yes. You don't even have to roll for that. He is obviously trying to focus.
Alright, then I'll leave you to that. Don't do that too hard, though. You might blow a blood vessel.
You will learn soon enough.
I like watching a toddler suddenly starts focusing very much, and then there's a horrible smell.
Yeah, does he have even at least a bucket or something down there?
We're saying pretty
Oh.
much because the module doesn't stipulate.
Yeah.
Because it's basically a case of
I don't know. Did we give him a bucket? Yeah.
Jarlaxle
Yeah.
provided a bucket.
Hopefully Chilaxo takes it with him as well.
No, I think we'll have to be cleaning up the bucket.
It's not the first time I've been given Jarlaxle's shit to keep a hold of. Hi, Lou.
Hey, I'm not shit.
No, you just give us shit to deal with.
I'm a shit lord.
I've got shit to handle because of you. The shit.
Also, meanwhile, up there, Natrix looks around. Say, did anyone think of just putting a blindfold on him?
Oh, that just seems rude.
I mean, if he's not supposed to see us, a blindfold would work wonders. Or just put a sack over his head.
Well, we do have to feed him, so the sack would be a bit much. But the blindfold, maybe.
I mean, you can cut a hole into the sack where the mouth is, feed it up.
Alright, there's a few issues there. For one thing, he has a splendid hat. So whenever you get a chance to look after him, you'll see for yourselves. I don't want to get in the way of that there. Also, trying to feed him with a bag on his head will be a bit of an issue. And what if he tries to get the blindfolded of a sack off and winds up bashing his skull?
Or suffocating himself.
He's not very sane.
Fair enough.
Besides, the next time we'll see him, we'll probably be blowing apart the lair of his crime lord. Oh, funnily enough, found out a little fun fact. The Xanathar has some method of disintegration. So that's delightful.
Yeah, I don't know what to do against that.
He must be a powerful mage then.
Luckily, something like that is only saved for those who are very powerful, lofty, and high up in elite.
Corvus. Certainly not something with a CR5.
Certainly not. That would be ridiculous. And then just sitting back down, then getting back up to go wash his hands thoroughly and just forget everything. Like, he's already done it, he's already cleaned himself, but just one more time, you know?
Horrocks has just had a bad thought and is going to put a hood on so it hides his face. And go downstairs and make sure there isn't any delivery labels in any of the booze downstairs that the guy could read.
Got an eye hole.
He is
To be able to see.
I believe he is in a separate hole.
He's
He
in a
is,
separate
yeah,
hole in
no.
this case of if he peers through the door whenever we're opening it, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make sure there isn't any things that might give away his location or anything like that.
Well, just make sure he can see the One-Eyed Jack's logo.
Nothing that is clearly visible is there.
Make him think he's in
And-
Luskin.
I mean, technically, if we assume the bugbears were sent for him, they already know where we are, so...
It's fascinating, that, isn't it? It's almost like
What are the chances the bugbears are entirely unrelated?
Probably. I mean, I didn't see a whole lot of family resemblance between them. But no, they are definitely here for him.
Yeah.
That reeks of, low-level thug hit squad just to clear the place out.
Well, at least he underestimates us.
Until the next wave.
True.
All right, that's a good point. We should probably go over to the wood worker and ask them to make a bit of a sturdier door to put in.
Unfortunately, there's a limit on what sort of door we can put in. After all, we are a business. And we've got to be able to hear the incessant knocks.
And the fire inspector has to approve it as well.
Whenever he says that, he looks to the door expectantly. Maybe they heard about the invasion. They're keeping themselves scarce. Aye, heavier doors might be a good idea.
I should probably pop on over there on the way to. Or was it your Black Star Society or what they were called?
Fucking tar, mate.
What?
It's the Blackstaff's tar. The main resource for all wizards and whatnot in this city. We've been there before. We got paid
I
a
know.
shiny silver. Right, we'll head that way. I mean, I've got... And then you lot have got... Well, a couple of yous have got to deal with... by which he means just Lou. Got to deal with tracking down a Feyan wizard.
More importantly, my alter ego.
Is that more important?
I think so.
No, your alter ego is Jalaxel. You don't need to worry about it.
I mean, it'll be on your way. After all, you want to confront your boss, don't you? Want to get right up in his face about him making use of your alternate identity.
And then stab him.
I can see that. Oh yeah, please.
Well, if you're
Remember
at
how
it,
well that worked last time?
and while you're at it, you could ask for maybe some sort of additional personnel to deal with the thing in the basement and other people who might come for him.
Yeah, probably good just to see, and also when he's gonna pick him up.
Yeah.
Well, on the
Yeah,
bright
we
side, it's
are
all a nice
compromised.
round trip, so we can do it together.
Should we leave
Yay.
someone to guard our prisoner?
Let's see here. Who do we leave behind?
As this is going on, your staff are starting to enter to prep for the day.
Well, I imagine we're doing this in the common room anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
In our house, not our business, but is below our house.
But now attached.
Yes.
Well,
Well, what you got buzzing in the head? Come on.
we do have some guests associated, at least loosely, with the Harpers.
I'm pretty sure in this case it's a breaking the earth matter only.
But if he doesn't supply people, it is an option.
It is an option, aye. I've got this feeling that it'll probably be only cover of night that we're going to see an issue here.
I don't know. The troll incident was quite during the day.
Aye, but that was a city-wide thing.
True.
All right. Who in the player group wants to sit and do nothing instead of having scenes? Or can we take it for granted that he's not going to be stolen away in the day?
I will give you the information. He will not be stolen away in the day.
Which means everyone gets to play. Let's go.
All right.
He'll be all right for a few
Adventure.
hours.
I mean, after all, he's being babysit by 2 doppelgangers and a Kenku.
Unknowingly, on both sides.
Are you sure about that?
Fucking should be.
I mean, both would be prone to being a bit nosy, I'd assume.
Has anybody asked?
Trumpeter should know to keep his fucking beak clean.
Right.
That's how he got into problems in the first place.
I mean, I'd assume they would have gone down into the basement to resupply the bar at some point.
They were told not to. So they would have been asking you all to go down into the basement. So they know
Alright.
somebody's in the basement.
Yeah, but we've explained that as a lie of some dude being cold turkey. We're trying to fight off his addiction right now in a very direct manner, and he doesn't want to be seen, doesn't want to be disgraced.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they know
Well-
we are up to some
You say that, but it's hard in saying
somewhat
it.
shady business. Yes.
And he's pretty good at deception, but also he's got that fucking ring stuck on his finger, and we'll never be able to fucking take it off.
Hmm.
You know, there's a voice in your head that says, "Oh, are you going to be taking the children? They're quite lovely."
Well, aye, of course. Nice
All
day
right,
out in the town.
Just asking.
Aye. Enjoy
It's
having
fun to hear them talk.
Aye. They're a lot of fun.
I wish I could have had children before I died.
Well, you were a wizard, right?
Yeah,
Not surprising then.
I'll have you know, I had plenty of women. I just never sired children.
Saying that, I'm technically a holy man, whatnot. Got quite a few, and I've got a lovely wife here.
Rub it in.
Only if she asks me to.
No.
Why would holy
Anyways.
men not have women? Not have children? That sounds absurd.
Depends on your faith. Depends on the place you are.
I mean, I know paladins sometimes swear an oath of chastity, but just regular priests? Why would they?
Like I said, there's
Well,
one
that
or
was-
two faiths, and especially regional varieties, where they like to swear off that kind of thing.
We're in danger. Where are you going first?
Imagine that the paladins with the oath of chastity is always somehow very intense in everything they do.
Yes, Garen. Did you forget about him?
No, but he's also not that intense.
It's pretty intense for a Borsider. No, I mean like the temple, like the priests have gone. They don't usually have children or relationships because after all, they will overload in different, massive ways.
Oh no. Where are you going first before this gets this all demonetized?
The market, then the Blackstaff Tower,
Okay.
as we just
Market.
pick up something to eat in a way.
Okay.
It's literally all that is, a
And-
pit stop to keep Horik interested.
Okay. So you all do get to
I
the
have
Blackstaff
discovered
Tower.
a new thing. It is called sweet potato.
Oh no.
And he just holds up a potato that's been glazed in sugar, still in its skin.
No, it's a totally different shape. It's not round. It's got these points on it.
The rest is round, though. The bits that are on points are round. Why can't you just have a caramel's carrot like a proper person? Come on.
Carrot. What is? Is that another root vegetable?
Oh, fuck off with you. Come on.
All right. So you do get to the Blackstaff Tower and you get ushered up to meet with the Blackstaff herself yet again. You appear to be somewhat popular up here at this stage of the game. Ah, greetings. It's good to see you all again.
It would do.
Thank you for coming so promptly.
Oh, I should probably let you lead this one, Uzi. You're one invited. Or just your plus ones. And one and one and one.
All of you are invited.
Aye,
You
but
all
she's
have
your
done
main.
very good.
She's your main focus, after all.
Oh yes. Well, she's a wizard.
True.
She understands these things. Accidental backhanded.
In some ways, yes. In other ways that are a bit more insulting, yes, as well.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I apologize.
Oh, no,
I
it's all
need to-
right. You're a wizard, so self-depreciating as possible.
Thinking into the ring.
Yes.
She meant that. That were not accidental.
Oh, this is going to be a bit of an awkward. This is more of a looking thing than an acting thing.
So
One of our
something needs to be
members-
found?
No, more observed.
Okay.
A member of the Forces Grey has been acting strangely as of late. His name is Maloon War Dragon, and he's usually rather happy-go-lucky, and he seems to have soured in recent days. He's been hanging around the Yawning Portal more than usual, even getting himself a room there. He almost never leaves the stage. I'd like some light observation for a 10-day, and then for somebody to report back on the situation.
I know you've got a definite focus on the arcane knot. That seems an interesting job to give specifically a wizard.
Well, that's why I specified that this is for all of you.
Can you give us
something
anything
to
about Maloon, you say?
Yes, he's a fighter, very good at what he does. Again, usually very happy. Very pleasant individual, and he's just kind of gone off a bit. If I had any advice, you'd probably need a mixture of both, physical watching and then even scrying if you can. Just because I don't think you'll be able to, for instance, sneak into his room in his private hours.
Aye.
Just, we're worried
No.
about him.
I wonder how much one of those scrolls would cost. It's not in your current spellbook, is it, Uzi?
Oh, no, that's a bit beyond my studies at this point.
Unfortunate.
That's a bugger.
It's just it's just one of those things where we're definitely worried about him.
Right. So a definite change in persona or
Yes.
attitude.
He says as he gives a knowing look to everyone else in the room who's trying to not look too suspicious.
Alright then.
And just if you learn anything, don't hesitate to come on down. And technically, if you need anything, I can try to see what we can provide as well.
All right. Do you think we can handle this, hon?
Let's see. Can we? As he turns to the rest of the fucking inebriates. I need someone or a couple of someones who could sit in a bar for most of the day. And also keep an eye out. So that disqualifies most of these fuckers, I'm going to be honest here. Maybe Gatix. No, we can do this. We'll be alright.
Cargo.
Yeah, what do you mean? I got Cargo to do it.
Exactly. You're the one who's the most likely because he looks at Horik, he looks at Bjorn.
Yeah, in a bar. Yeah.
In a bar, yes, they can do that for many hours. Too many hours, some would say, but being observant is a different issue. And Nadrax might get chucked out.
Ooh.
And Lou would probably get chucked out after his performance.
Yeah,
What?
I'm definitely
Why
always
would I
really
get
good.
checked out?
Because you'll try to sneak into his room. And potentially get caught.
Well, if I explicitly just have to watch, then I wouldn't go inside. At first. For a while, at least.
It's one of those things where we have to be careful that he doesn't notice. But yes, if you can find a way to sneak in, preferably even, observe him in the room without him noticing, that would be ideal. But
Might be a little bit tricky, but aye, we'll give it a go.
she gives a very polite nod. We would appreciate it. This is more of almost a personal favor. He's not just one of our people, but I mean, several of us quite enjoy him, and the fact that he's changed so much gives us great concern.
Worry.
And
Yes.
again, into the ring. You hear that now? She's making sure to stipulate it's a personal favour. You know what that's saying to me? Low payout.
Sounds about right.
Ah well, it's a favour. It's a favour owed to the greatest magic caster in the city, so that's no big thing.
Do you perchance know if his room... On which floor is his room?
I'm not sure. Probably third floor, if I had to guess.
Alright, that's a bit too high for what I had in mind.
We're standing just still outside his window.
Yes!
as you walk up to the window, zip, and then at night you hear the down from the ding, ding, ding. Pardon me, sir. What are you doing?
No, he just looks down to see he's been fucking clamped.
No, pardon.
I mean, I'm sure someone could cast invisibility on me.
No parking on the double yellow line, sir.
So I don't see a disabled sticker on your stilts here. You got a license for those?
Vehicles are only supposed to be at the height of 7 inches, not 7 feet.
Sir, I think you find it's an unloading zone. Alright, off we
Do you have
trot
any
then.
questions?
I mean, just more what you could tell us about him, really. Like he's gone from being chipper and happy and sort of boisterous, eh?
Yes, he's a very good warrior. That he very much serves the goddess Tamora, and just enjoys fighting in general. I know Renair and I were discussing our concern about his change, and honestly, he's usually optimistic, an honest person. I don't know.
It's just funny to imagine the Blackstaff going, just eh.
Well, she's trying to think of how to phrase this. Specifically, I would say he went down into Undermountain, and when he came back up, something wasn't quite right.
Oh. Right.
Well, that solves a few questions.
That raises some big concerns, potentially.
Effectively, the rest of his companions didn't come back, and we originally thought, well, clearly he's just, maybe a bit put out that all the people he went with passed on, but now we just have a little extra concern.
Because we have seen some unusual things in the city, actually, on one of our first days. Because there's those ones with the tentacles hanging out of their face, but the what was it called?
Illicit?
Illithid,
That was the
aye.
one.
We glimpsed one of them making a run for it.
Um,
Those ones like to mess about with the mind, eh? Like it's just the
Oh.
immediate worst, worst expectation. I'm just getting in my head here. That's all.
I'd hope it's not something like that. Potential.
But it's just a
If-
marked change in attitude. Whereas if it was like a payoff thing or a change of allegiance, he'd still be trying to play the part. So it just seems like it would be a definite shift sort of thing. So, and he was the only survivor as well. You're saying.
He was, yes.
So could also be. I mean, I'm just spitballing here. Could also be a replacement. It might not be the lad himself.
Oh, that's
Eh,
possible.
It's
I mean-
possible.
Where was he staying before?
Here and there. I mean, he didn't have a static residence. He did stay sometimes at the yawning portal, but the fact that he's almost camped there exclusively in the past 3 months is a bit weird.
Whereas before, he'd probably be taking on any kind of little contract or helping folk out, eh?
Yes, generally, like for instance, when he went into the Undermountain last time, it was because he was bored. As a matter of
it's-
fact, he's been trying to keep people out of Undermountain as of late.
Aye, and it's not like he came back all, in a way, traumatized or anything like that. There, like reluctant or, his emotions haven't been running high or aggressive or anything like that. There, eh?
He's just moody, sullen.
Because that
Again,
seems like a very minor reaction to what happened, is what I'm thinking.
I
Well,
mean, the people
originally,
he
the-
lost were those his friends?
Not particularly close, just individuals he met up with.
That shouldn't matter too much. If you're a lone survivor, you're going to have some reactions.
Correct. And originally, the change seemed about appropriate for the situation, but it's gone on a bit long. That's what we're trying to figure out. Is it something that's. Is there something we can be doing about this, or is it just. Well,
I could see it more as a lad getting, steep into his cup sort of thing, but
yes.
just clinging around the bar, just hanging there.
That's mostly what the question. So you did reach the point of lithids. There are ways theoretically that we could check that, but you'd be referring to the intellective hour, yes?
Well, no,
Or,
that makes you stupid, doesn't it?
An intellective hour? No, it replaces your brain.
Fuck off!
No.
What's that? How is that huge thing supposed to fit in our skulls?
I know we killed one of those fucking things. That fits in. Yeah. That's gonna look a bit obvious.
No, it's just it eats your brain and then replaces itself with your brain. You wouldn't notice anything. And the lithid would only just go into your brain and kind of read your mind or potentially scramble your brain a bit. Usually it would eat your brain.
I was thinking like a charm person is long term sort of thing, or a dominate person.
That would be a thing, but that's less the illithids. Generally, something like that they would be keeping you with them.
And it's not like it's not like he's been recently on anything sensitive or important. Because I know your forces grey are the big lads you call in for big issues.
No, not as of late. I mean, we've obviously not been bringing him into things because, well,
Aye.
the situation.
So that just seems to real like coercion or blackmail or change of allegiance sort of thing.
Maybe.
Alright, we'll get a better look at him. So, it replaces the brain.
Yes.
I guess it shrinks. It would fucking have to.
Yes, it does. It fits perfectly into your head, no matter what kind of head you had.
Does it leave a scar or something? A bald patch?
No. It teleports in.
That sounds unpleasant.
Fucking hell, I'm glad we killed that thing.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it teleports your brain into its stomach, and then it teleports into your head.
So you get your brain back, but
No.
inside an
No,
intellect
no, no, no. You get your brain back in a sense. I mean, it's still in its stomach, and it is now in your head. So technically, it
Yes.
is where it should be, but it's not connected to you.
And likely being digested in some way.
Do you guys think Hork's brain has a stomach?
Possible. It might just be a stomach. You're right there.
Halflings think with their stomach.
Oric, what are you thinking
Yes.
about? Choose your word carefully.
Sheep's brains.
Well,
Have a
those are a
carrot.
delicacy.
Just passes him one of the caramelized carrots he picked up. Just suck on that for a bit. Right. Hopefully it's just maybe he's lost his nerve or something like that there, but we'll give it a look-see.
I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
But if it eat... Just thinking, like, if it eats the brain, all what you do with a person afterwards.
Well,
Revivify wouldn't work, would it?
No,
Well,
no.
okay. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna point this out.
We had a full
the
conversation on
module-
this.
Yeah.
Well, no, even better. The module actually specifies something. If raised from the dead, apparently your true self is restored.
Okay, because the wording misses that part out. Of the spell,
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah,
Because
no,
we went
it's
through
just-
that
it's
whole thing,
mentioned-
like, only a fucking 9th level spell mentions replacing organs or parts that are missing.
Your brain is still sort of there. It's just digested brain.
Apparently, I don't know, because it doesn't specify what kind of raised from the dead, just raised from the dead, you would get your brain back.
Okay, just in case one of us gets fucking brain jacked.
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess the intellect aura would be brain 2.0.
Technically, regenerate would get it back.
No. No, wait, Regenerate is
not
one of the
level-
really high level ones, yeah?
Yeah, it's level
7th
7.
Yeah. No, actually, because Regenerate just mentions limbs.
Yeah.
The target severed body members.
Yeah, but you don't have the brain, is what was my issue I raised with that one.
Well, I
But
mean, you don't
it is
need it
intact
for them to
wherever
be
it is held.
restored. You don't need them to be restored with regenerate. Just if you have it with them and hold it the stump, then it will eat instantaneously. You'd still have to keep the body alive for 2 minutes while the brain grows back, but yeah.
But
That's why we have
yeah,
spare the
according
dying,
to
right?
this,
Or,
it doesn't specify what kind of raised from the dead spell.
Yeah.
So, by the module, I'm just going to say that theoretically, if somebody loses their brain, you just have to kill them and then resurrect them.
Alright, Lou, don't look.
So
It'd be the
basic.
second time for Lou to have an intellect devourer in his head.
So basically, the spell gets fooled by the fact that there's still kind of a brain in the form of the intellect devourer inside.
No, it
As
just
far as, like-
regrows it. Just restores it. It's like hitting undo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have no idea, but it apparently works, so there you go.
I'm guessing they had to do it because they don't want to have 9th level casters in the module.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Raised Dead doesn't.
And that one also has penalties.
Raised Dead doesn't work if you have lost your head, I believe.
Correct.
Yeah.
It doesn't...
But all
Yeah,
all
never
it
mind.
says is that you have to be resurrected from the dead,
Yeah.
which
I
would
mean,
imply
what-
even revivify works.
Yeah, I mean, what I mean is that the spell basically turns the intellect devourer, who kind of has a brain shape and brain material, gets turned into the actual brain that it used to be.
Yeah, which would make sense. But because the intellect devourer does keep all of that person's memories. So theoretically, it just kind of like reawakens all of that in the intellect devourer. Anyways, off topic.
No, I'm just thinking that'd be a hell of a thing to keep for your character as a secret attack. You about to catch
Nope.
these hands. Your hands are shackled. Oh, wait. And then they burst out of the side of his head.
Well, actually, regenerate wouldn't work because they need their brain back in 1 round.
But yeah, anyway. Intellect devours are fucking terrifying.
Yes,
are.
and they're CR2.
Yep. They could murder this whole party very easily.
Yes. Yes, I could.
Right then, so you have seen the Blackstaff.
Aye.
What's next?
A little bit. Let's see, what's our group treasury at? Just in case, you never know. Fuck is that? Party inventory, there we go. I mean, we could spend a little bit and pick up a scroll for a spell book. Just something first or second level, nothing too fancy, you know.
More spells, more better.
We could just pick up, say, a wee ritual spell or something, just so Xana's got a bit more utility. Although, is there anything you'd want in the first level bracket for ritual? Because I'm pretty sure that's the only thing we'd be able to afford.
Well, also, you would probably be able to kindly ask, and you would just be able to pay the transfer cost to your books and borrow some of the spells from the Blackstaff Tower.
We've also got our book friend in the Troll Skull Alley. We haven't actually talked to him since.
No, we haven't had time.
Well, we'll
I
come
think
back
we
another
could
time
get
then.
I feel we could probably get a good book from him too.
Maybe. Something we can enjoy together.
Probably just maybe find familiar. Not even then, low priority.
I don't know, they really need another pet in the house.
Oh, now he starts complaining about it. He says as he sits over there with his dog and his owl bear.
And the crag cat. And the
Yeah.
Axbeak. And the dragon.
He just doesn't want an Almirage.
No, he would definitely like an Almirage. He said it with a bit of sarcasm. Just make sure you have more than one hit point on it. What sort of fucking fool would pay 20 gold for one hit point? No response. He might forget he's on push to talk.
I would.
No, I think it just flew over my head. For a second there. I didn't realize what you were referencing, and I was like, and then you say he's pushed. I was like, oh shit.
The Weasel Man, yes.
Yeah.
I'll find familiar.
mean-
We could.
I mean, you always put him in danger too.
That's what you're meant to do with familiars, which is fucked up
Yeah.
because in the old editions it would fucking kill you.
Yeah.
All right, so where to?
Well, I mean, the question is, would we be able to purchase Find Familiar here? Or could we make use of our neighbor for that?
You'd be able to find familiar in one of the books. You would just have to, pay your transfer costs over effectively.
I think it'd be worth it to get an extra pair of eyes that are mobile. What do you lot think?
I suppose it could help with observing the man we're supposed to observe.
Yeah, true.
Like if we had, it can be any creature, right? Even small ones. Tiny ones, like a spider, for example.
No spiders. Banned.
A flea, then. Or
Too
an
small.
ant.
See, if you could switch, since you can switch your perception to your familiar, doing something as tiny as a flea would probably fuck you up quite badly for a while. So what would it cost then?
What's the cost to transfer to a book?
50 gold per spell level?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite expensive.
Unless you're a
And that would-
scribe.
Depending on if it's in your
Preferred
uh,
school.
school of magic, yeah.
Right.
Oh, no, that's
considering-
something. Does Grayson get a discount on this because I'm a scribe?
But yeah,
no, like a scribe's wizard. Their particular brand.
No.
So we'll pay the 50 gold to get Find Familiar slotted in there. So don't forget about the material costs, which are also make a massive hole for our wages.
Yeah.
Yeah, familiars aren't cheap. It's kind of disgusting.
It's okay. It's just a full week's profit from the bar.
no.
If you
For
were
a
playing, if you
single
were
hit
doing it
point.
regularly, it would be.
Potentially, the way that it's normally set up, you could be a profit or a loss.
Yeah.
And theoretically, y'all could be a loss right now, but you just haven't gotten close enough, thank goodness. But all right, so you now have Find Familiar.
Yay. In 10 gold, I will have a new pet.
I give you the 10 gold. From my own pocket, not from the treasury.
Aw, thank you.
Well, what can a husband do except fund his wife's mastery of the arcane and create reality itself in their own shape and image?
Nice. It's also nice when husband and wife have a shared interest. Animals.
He's going to try and get the loyalty of that familiar. So, right, what was this? Now, considering it's your job, Lou, and I'm stressing that part, it's you were told this and should have been taking notes on it. What's the deal with your wizard boy that you're looking for? As I scroll to the bottom of my notes, Islun Bizant.
Well, you're gonna be surprised, but I wasn't taking notes. But I'm supposed to find him.
Right, we're meant to locate him then. Okay.
Are you sure about that?
We're not meant to observe him when a deal is going down.
The
main thing is stopping the deal, right?
yeah, yeah, that is correct. Okay, you did get the important part. It's
Only because I
basically-
remind him there.
Yeah.
I thought that was a
Zents-
different job. Fucking, I knew we had to do that sometime.
Okay.
The Zents are trying to court the Red Wizard of Thay and to try to add him to, their ranks.
Yeah.
Oh, but the Zents are totally the good guys.
Well, don't
Different
forget there are
Zents.
2 Zents.
Yeah.
The good Zents who are in prison,
The bad Zents are also in prison.
but also running the city. Well, trying to. And it's that red square down here in the harbor, yeah? Or is that marking something else?
For what? Sorry, there's a lot of people talking.
Yeah, red square on the map here.
Oh
In the
yeah,
harbor.
that was where you found the nimble, right?
Oh, that was a nimble, right? Okay.
But the deal is still probably going down in the dock ward, right?
It is, yeah, Dockport.
Well, for now, let's head that way.
Yeah, your goal is to try to scuttle the deal.
Probably buying
What
one
could
of
go
those.
wrong?
Probably buying one of those cheap ass Fey and Iron golems. They don't even spit poison. What a weird fucking burn in that book. So down we go, because after all, Lou wants to confront his boss. I can't fucking wait to see that.
As I accidentally moved the map and I broke it.
I thought you asked, like, oh my god, the city's falling into the ocean.
I was like, uh-oh. Yeah, I managed to align it properly. So, are we investigating first, or are we confronting the boss first?
Which do you think is more important for you, Lou?
Maybe putting off the boss thing might help a little bit. You know, he's a busy man.
Admittedly, it's a bit early in the day, but I will tell you what, yous lot, you can have a scatter. Find yourselves an evil red wizard.
All right, so this
Well,
is
my
going to
plans
be.
to Axel after I confront him. Where the fuck I can find the wizard?
It's simple. Lou, Nathrax, you go that way. Myself, Uzana, Bjorn, Horik, Nat, Squidly, Jinx, Gatix, Kogo, we'll go this way.
And Squidly just speaks up. Why can't I go with Mr. Lou?
Oh, you don't want to. That's a bad way to go.
I'm a good influence. I am. I bought
Yeah,
the
but what if I
little
want to learn?
instruments.
What if I want to learn to play? Yeah, I want to practice my instrument while we go down the alley.
No, bad idea that way. Well, you'll definitely practice, but it's a case of right now want to be observant without being. You've done this before. Come on, you've definitely snuck up on people.
Yeah, no, I have, but I've stolen their thing. Oh, you see the hand comes over his mouth.
Did you lie too? That's how I got in.
I heard that. I'm fully
I
aware
haven't
of
done
that.
it. I haven't done it for a while.
Yeah, good. Let's make a habit of that. The
Or we
not
could go
doing
steal
it.
something right now.
Lou?
Yeah?
Come over here.
Yeah.
What have you done wrong?
I think I'm a bad influence.
Not just that. Don't just proclaim you want to steal someone. For one thing, hello, officer. Have a good day. See us. Just don't do that. The action or the utterance. Unless it's incredibly important, such as if we're in a horrible dungeon in a prison cell and there's someone with a key. Otherwise, keep
Then
your
we can
fucking
steal.
hands to yourself.
Gotcha. I'll use magic. Hey, smart.
Right, anyway. Lou, you go that way. I'll go with Uzana, Bjorn, Kogo, Gatix, Squidly, Jinx, Nat, Nadrax, and Horik. Good luck.
Well, I'm gonna confront Jarlaxle by myself, and you guys won't get to see the show then. Haha.
Oh, no, definitely seeing that now. Nah, we'll split the way we did in the graveyard. Team family size, team medium, and team fun size.
All right. So each of the teams, one of you rolls, and everybody else is given advantage. So I'm getting 3 rolls.
What is the
Of
roll?
what?
Oh, yeah. It might help if I tell you what the roll is. For some strange reason, my brain was like, what? The investigation.
I probably should be the one to look, but
Well, for each of the 3 parties, you can give an investigation.
Well, it's you with Horik and Gatix.
Gadex is making coffee.
he probably has the best investigation though. So
Yeah, roll it, Lou.
no.
Because I'm with
I can
Uzana,
wait
who's
for
obviously got the best number for that, but I should probably roll it. Just for the hell of it. That way, medium size can actually deal with them.
It is at advantage.
Only a
Because
+2.
y'all are getting help.
Yep.
That's better than my 0.
Which group am I with again?
You'd be medium size, because Team Family Size literally is a family of 5. So that's already a big enough group. So you've got Bjorn and Lou. Yes, Nadrax, Bjorn. Lou kind of fits in both, just because he's a drow.
Lou is.
I don't put
Lou is-
Bjorn into both.
You're
Yeah,
medium.
Lou is taller
Hey,
than Bjorn.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
Not by
assume
that
with-
much.
I assume with my +5 to investigation, I have the biggest bonus.
It's up there for sure. Better than mine.
You want to roll yours, Pio?
For investigation?
Yep, with advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, sure thing.
Maybe we should be a straight roll, just because we've got the kids with us too. Very distracting.
17. I'm glad it wasn't.
Then team fun size.
That'll be Horik, Kogo, and Gatix. You'd have one of the kids, but we're not letting them go in this fucking shitty district. You two can fend for yourselves.
Okay, what's Team Fun Size doing?
You guys have to investigate with advantage. One of you two. And I'm guessing it's you.
I mean, I am proficient in it. So
Yeah.
There
let's
you
go
go.
for it.
What do you know? Let's see. So, why did it do that? I hate it when it. I was right in the part of the book I needed, and then it decided to update and just threw me halfway
And
up
it's
the book.
gone.
Nice. That's why I get real books.
And it's gone.
All right, so team family. You find out that Esloon has been spotted up in a tavern in the docks off of Net Street. Team Fun Size, because yeah, heck, you got a good roll on that. You do know that they have been meeting sometimes, occasionally, in a warehouse, just off of Ship Street by Two Flask Alley. And then Team
Grande.
Yeah, the team that isn't absolutely short or family. You did find out that there have been several routine meetings between the Zentarum and Esloon. And Esloon seems to have a group of 5 thugs with him, usually at all times. You know that they're supposed to have a meeting sometime this week, you just don't know when.
I mean, do we want to go violent or like espionage?
Until the meeting's actually being, well, until the deal's being done, we should probably be espionage, aye. Although if we could hobble his henchman, nah, he'd probably get suspicious then.
All that
Well,
was
he might then back
specified
out of
was
the
that
deal.
the deal needs to be scuttled. Not how, and it was also, not mentioned if it had to be violent or unviolent.
But it is a red wizard of Fae, so break his fucking legs and tear his jaw off.
Yeah, that's fair.
Don't forget the fingers.
No one thinks
got
of
some
Fae
special
as a
plan for
proper
the fingers.
ally or good guys that they can trust.
I mean, he is. If it's a red wizard, he is a finger wiggler. Yeah, we don't want to take that chance.
Yeah, imagine it's probably one of those cases that if we beat him down in the street and the cops came over and say, "What are you doing? It's okay. It's a red wizard of Thay." Carry on.
Stand back, citizen. Let the law handle this as they just pile on.
I mean, technically, Lou is the law right now. He's acting on behalf of the Lord's
Oh
Alliance.
no.
That's
I don't know how to do this.
we know that's just an honorary deputy badge.
No, he is
a
a
license to kill.
full-fledged member of the
He
Lord's
got
Alliance.
it from a cereal box.
This is
Yeah.
official business. He is allowed to kill people.
Don't ever let him know that. Don't ever let Mert say that to him. Or not Mert, Celaster or whatever. Silverman.
Yeah.
Yeah, just he cannot know. It's dangerous.
Jailster, yeah.
Yeah, Celaster.
He'll just keep running around going da 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 da.
Hey you, kid that's shoveling shit. I got bad news for you.
License to kill, baby.
And I'm not gonna use it on you. You get to grow up and suffer.
I killed your parents, though.
Wow.
And the parents who were coming to get you as well. People were actually looking at you in the orphanage.
Not anymore.
I burned your papers. You don't even belong in the orphanage now.
How did he get involved with all this again? I have questions.
Because
Purple
Jarl
hat.
Axel told him, every badge. You gotta be a Pokemon trainer, you little shit.
Oh.
When do I fight the gym leader? Is this guy the first one?
Speaking of,
You all do meet up, and I assume you share your information.
aye, for a fee.
No, I keep it to myself. Lou can never know.
Oh, you don't even get to charge a fee because Squidly blurts it all out for you.
Yeah.
Somehow he even knows the information Gaddix has too.
No doubt, probably. He just forgot to tell you all because he just figured it out on his own.
Right, my little underworld cretin.
Is that a compliment?
Partially more of a joke.
Oh, okay.
So, I guess we'll check back tomorrow as well, just to have a wee earwig on someone. Probably hit up that bar as well, I mentioned.
A lot of bars in our recent jobs. Interesting.
It's a fucking city, Lou. People hang out in bars. It's a favourite spot. We also live in a bar.
Yeah.
That does dictate a lot of the situations we find ourselves in. For
You
now,
believe we
though,
got a bar for fucking free? It was insane.
It was. Not for free, we had to kill some things and actually survive combat for that. Suitor goblins and whatnot. As we saved the day and little Floon. killed a brain that is fucking terrifying now we know about how it works. Jesus, fuck. Well, it'll make her fucking Christ.
You're starting hearing about those new religions that's popping up. That weird whackabot that keeps walking around going, I am the son of God.
You're not special, you're just an ASMR. There's lots of them. Not as many as tieflings because they're not as sexy, but there's lots of them. And you've been replaced by Ardlins for some fucking reason. Right, let's go to the dock then and have a chat with your boss. Because I also have things I want to say to him.
We could always talk to the dragon if he's out there. He's fun.
We could do that. Let's go talk to your boss though.
Oh well, what if my boss is the dragon secretly?
Come on.
That would be funny if Jarlax
Move
was also
along.
a dragon.
There's no point digging your heels.
I
I could literally pick you up with one hand and carry you. Let's go.
I think you should.
That's also something that's happened to Jarlaxle.
Let's see, is it going to screw me out in the roll then? It did. Look at that.
but also,
You going to try and do it yourself?
probably better because there's no chance I fail. Or, yeah.
Do you want me to make your one a little bit better? Oh, wait, no, that's strength checks. No.
There's no point.
Yeah.
I mean, I can still try to lift you up.
Don't encourage him.
Wow. Hang on.
Wow.
Here, let's flush this. There we go. Yeah, that's still
No,
pretty
two.
fucking bad. That's... Yeah, a lot of 2 6s, 2 2s. That's pretty bad.
Oh, that's also the great. My nephew is starting to get terrified of fucked up dice results. He's starting to be the part of getting where he's do a little too casual dice roll, then just managed to see the roll and said, "Oh no, wait! I wasn't ready. That doesn't count. It doesn't count."
Teaching him young. I love it.
And you say, no, your character does die. They're gone forever. They're rotting already the moment they hit the floor. Here's a new
Here.
sheet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Then you hand him a new sheet. Yeah.
This will happen to everyone you know and love.
I mean, yeah. If Blood Bowl taught me anything, yes.
Right, so unfortunately, Lou, you get dragged kicking and screaming to Zord's ships. Are you wearing a cloak as you approach?
I was instructed to do something along those lines. Also, let them know I'm coming. I think.
Well, it's just make sure you're not seen being a drow who becomes a human. So, yeah, I fix his cloak on, adjust his sleeves, basically prepping him for a good day at school. There we go.
Does Lou
Straighten that.
remember the other part?
I think I was supposed to tell them I was coming.
No.
I was supposed to jump into the ocean.
No.
No. You were supposed to show them something that Jarlaxle gave you specifically for this purpose.
Oh yeah. It's
What
right
was
here next
that?
to my 10 booster packs. Did I actually put it in my fucking inventory? I did not.
I did not.
Well, thankfully, I remembered to remind you about your lovely little pin, your Bragendarth pin.
Do I have another pin somewhere as well?
Yes, you've got a
A
couple.
Harper pin.
Yes, you have your harbor pin.
You're collecting them all in the same area of your cloak, and then people are just going to get very confused.
Alright, there we go.
He
Hood
needs a
adjusted.
big hat to put them all on.
Hood adjusted, sleeves lowered. Make sure
I know
we don't
just the guy.
make sure people don't see your fingers. Keep your head low. Alright?
Yes. I have
On
these
we go.
gloves just to hide my hands.
On we go then.
Totally not to not leave fingerprints.
You get to the boat, and predictably, Lou, the second you go to step on, the guards move up and stand up. Sorry, you can't come on.
Flash the bling.
Want to bet?
Yes?
Show them my cool pin.
Oh. What are you doing here?
Well, there's some questions, you know, for Zord.
My God, you want to
pauses
give
for a
that some
moment.
context?
He pauses for a moment, gestures for you to come a little bit more onto the boat.
We have some pressing questions for Zord.
He absolutely ignores you, Harton, and then just looks at Lou.
Oh,
Lou,
that's a
sir.
mistake on that one part.
And he gestures for you to come onto the ship a little bit more.
Yeah. It's regarding, he wanted us to get some work done, and there's questions about that. And also, one personal matter.
He switches over to Drow. Lou, give me an intelligence.
Oh, today's my day. Oh, that's an average.
You think he's asking about your friends and if they are okay to come on?
Well,
You're not sure.
Oh, no, I'll give them, I'll, point at them and give them a little thumbs up, like, Zord knows them, personally.
Let me just go get the captain. And he just gestures, everybody just stay up on the deck, will you?
Just realising we would have let the kids play about at the docks instead of having to sit with the adults very boringly.
Oh, yeah. Not to mention they would immediately try to sneak down and see all the cool stuff on the ship, probably.
I mean, Harden would as well, aye. But he'd ask.
He'd probably actually take a shit in the submarine.
Oh, no. Wrong ship, that's in the Great Harbor?
Where are the kids? And then we just feel the ship rock as something disconnects from the bottom.
That would be pretty funny.
It's like, oh no. Then again, I wouldn't be surprised. I know you all by now. But,
Garrick's running out. Where are we? What is this? This isn't a boat.
yes. So, in short order, Fergus comes out, and he recognizes you all quite easily. Ah, hello there! Business, I take it?
Quite a bit, aye.
Is it the kind of business that should take you into my private chambers?
Afraid so, aye.
Please do come. Come along.
Not you.
And he leads you back into his private chambers.
And did you not have any idea how hard bugbears can hit? Did you know that?
Bugbears?
Yes.
Oh, they're not that horrible. You just have to make sure that you murder them before they show up and hit you.
Aye.
I lost core memories.
Oh, you poor thing. And he just kind of, in the most dismissive way possible, just pats your shoulder.
Good thing it wasn't the head.
Oh.
Never mind.
Does he
It took me a
still
while.
have a hole in his head?
No, he'd be healed by now. Right, so what is this horribly pressing matter?
Go on, Lou.
Yo.
Someone has stolen my identity that I made up.
He looks baffled and
Alright.
just says, okay.
Have you read the Wazoo?
Oh, yes, I have, yes.
Right. This lad was art incarnate, but we're guessing that
Still am.
we're guessing your boss decided to hijack it for shits and giggles. He's a bit worried about this.
The boss is very busy right now. I don't think. I don't know. Theoretically, maybe, I don't know. But why would he be doing that?
As I said, for shits and giggles to amuse himself. That seems entirely on his level. And
I just know how busy things are right now, but okay.
And to put pressure on one of his newest hires here to see how he performs in a crisis, maybe.
I could see that.
We've also got the issue of you're familiar with the package we're keeping a watch on, eh?
No.
Right. Well, your boss left something important with us, and already it seems like it's been located by the ones he took it from, as we had an encounter with a rampaging pack of bugbears that burst through our doors last night.
That's not very pleasant.
No, it's not. Was it, Lou? Oh, he wouldn't remember. No, it wasn't pleasant.
I thought they came from the ceiling. I'm surprised about the doors, honestly.
Well, it's just a case of...
that's the bugbears.
It's just a case, though, if we've already been rumbled, then the situation might have to change before we bring in wave 2 or 3, you know?
Well, I could, I suppose send him a message to ask to make sure that things shouldn't be changing quite yet.
It's a case of we're still up for looking after it, it's just that the location's already known. So that complicates things.
Well, I can just send him a message and ask for clarification.
Right. Please, by all means.
And he switches over to Drow to do so.
Tell him I'm
Ew.
on to him.
Give me an intelligence to see if you can understand what he's saying.
He's damn Iblith asking questions.
You haven't the foggiest idea what he's saying. He comes back after he apparently gets a response. It seems the boss is aware.
I
He
hope so.
apologizes
Hmm.
for the incident. There are many moving parts, and he'll try to move him as soon as he can.
Right. As long as I'm aware of it, because I'm just worried about what the escalation might result in, considering that is my house where I live with my children and my kids.
I would assume he's aware of that, which is why the apologies is there.
Aye. No answer on the
Yeah,
art
so-
incarnate bit, eh?
We probably,
no,
I do want to confirm if it's him.
All he asked was, "And who's AI?"
Fucking, who would sign AI? Fucking ridiculous.
You're really taking this personal, aren't you?
This was my stupid idea. I don't want it hijacked.
Well, I mean, we'll just have to talk to, well, you'll have to talk to. Why am I including myself? No, you'll have to talk to maybe Rubberbust. Who knows?
I should probably go to the meeting, but I don't know where it is or when.
Well, that's something you can engage in. You can also... What have I taught you before? What could you also
Not
do?
lie.
That is a good thing, and I'm glad you've internalized that, but by now that should just be second nature and not something you have to keep bringing up.
Well, it's worth, repetition, repetition.
Right. What's the other thing I taught you?
Don't murder.
What the fuck are you talking about? I've not ever told you that shit. I
The
fucking
captain is looking very confused right now.
I exploded some fucking bugbears last night.
Oh, is that what happened?
Okay. No, you can sometimes ask for help from the people you know and trust.
Oh, almost like communication is key.
Aye, there we go.
Heard a lizard guy say that once.
I know, he was an amazing man.
Oh.
Just the best ever.
Killed a whole vampire and then a whole village and then a whole different vampire.
See, now that was
village.
that was a proper two-sworded ranger, not a fighter in disguise. That was a real ranger.
That's the only guy I can believe used two swords.
Even though technically he was using one. It's a magic sword that copied itself.
Gonna say, did he pull an Anduin where he just pulls the sword in half, whatever that sword is?
Kind of. It's like an obsidian blade thing where it just spawns another sword.
That's kind of neat.
Hey, well, that's all really we're here for. So, cheers for the assistance.
You're quite welcome. I'm sure the situation will get resolved shortly if it's already causing issues.
Hopefully. Well, it's. I mean, like I said, we could probably fight off a few more. It's not ideal, and it's not good that the
Yes.
place has already been rumbled.
It was good for business though. We sold an extra round.
We did, but we also lost quite a few customers who ran away with the rampaging bugbears bashing through our doors.
Are we gonna forgive their tabs?
Fuck no.
Hmm. Fuck, we should
There's
charge them extra for free
apparently-
entertainment.
As the boss said, there's apparently very many moving parts all at once.
Hmm.
That implies things have gotten complicated.
All right.
Oh yeah. No
I do
idea,
know
man.
he's
No
been
idea.
very busy.
Complicated means a lot of things are happening at once, Lou.
Yeah, but I mean, just our new friend is so strange.
I don't think I want to know about your friend.
Aye, we're not meant this. Like I said, it's a package of anything we're looking after.
I was talking about somebody else.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I do have the brain damage excuse if I wasn't sure.
Have a good day, Fergus.
You as well. Hopefully, I'll be around once I'm not needed here. Unfortunately, we're all kind of tied to the boats.
Yeah, a bit of a bugger that.
You get 1 free drink. 1.
Well, thank you.
And off we go. The fuck are you doing offering free drinks, you wee bastard?
That's what I was allowed to.
I should drown you in this fucking harbour right now.
I mean, I think he's technically my boss, so I had to.
And I will point out, this is the alcoholic that drinks himself under the table, so he's definitely worth it.
You give him 1 free drink, he'll buy another 20.
Genius marketing. We should do this for everybody except make them buy the first drink.
For fuck's sake.
So
It's free if you pay for it. Yeah. But we'll call it free if you pay for it. It's just marketing jargon.
Right, so we've got 2 bars on the offer right now. One we know down here that might have that Fey and Wizard skulking, so we could find out more details potentially. And then there's a yawning portal where I'm quite eager to sit down and hope for a troll or something to clamber out of a hole.
That was cool last time.
It worked.
I
Can we just
mean-
go down the hole and forget everything else?
Do we have the spell already to watch the guy in the yawning portal discreetly?
You have
Invisibility
you
is
have
probably our best bet.
invisibility and find familiar.
Alright, so we already have that.
Can I make a familiar invisible?
Yes.
Yeah,
Counts
you
as a
can.
creature.
I've made
Excellent.
my weasel invisible.
With a special
Yeah.
girl that you liked.
Yeah.
Before her, we hid the salami. Creason's
called
main
it
pickup
hiding.
line, want to see a weasel disappear.
No, we called it hiding the candlestick in magic school.
Want to see a weasel disappear? Yes, sir. Please. There's the door.
Of course, we need to find time for Uzana to actually cast a spell. I'm not sure if we can do it on the street, considering it requires like a burning brazier and herbs being offered up.
Probably not.
I probably would do, now that I think about it, I probably would do a joke for the guard here, just them coming up to everyone. You got a license for that, sir? Got a permit? Oh, you've summoned an ethereal being into the shape of an animal. You got a registration form?
We probably do
Vaccination.
have to have it registered.
Is it vaccinated?
Has its housing been approved by the Pet Guild?
From the Feywild, you say? That's very nice. Immigration forms.
I mean, you all immigrated recently as well, so you know it's not that big a deal, hopefully.
Well, some countries have more restriction on animals than people.
Yep.
I mean, people aren't exactly. I mean, they can be an invasive species, but
They are, but we
Yeah, but-
succeeded, so we're no longer invasive. We won.
yeah. But it's you know.
Oh, so you're saying this is an Almirage, but it's actually a Fey spirit assuming the shapes of it. I'm afraid I'm going to have to report you to standards and standards and practices, ma'am, for false representation. So we probably find some nice shady area for the occult ceremony to take place.
Yep. And you have what kind of animal?
I've been thinking that over for a while. There's choices I would like. There's the one Uzana would like, but that one likely is held off by mechanics.
Does she want a squid?
The fractal mascot.
Oh, from fucking Strixhaven?
Yeah. That would be Uzana's choice, but that also requires 2 feats.
So
For
I
me,
don't-
there's the Almaraz and the Tresemme.
Oh,
The
Tresemme.
flying cat.
Tresemme, like shampoo.
What is the reason for the feat?
It requires 2 feats. You have to be a Strixhaven initiative, and then you actually need a 4th level feat to have the actual mascot. It's because they have an HP value over 10.
Ah,
Still CR14, but has 27 HP. So it can actually take a hit.
yeah. Okay, yeah. Then I can see why.
Man, your weasel ain't shit, Grayson.
It's not fair, man. It's not fair.
I mean, we do also have an alternative creature, although its damage dice needs to be reduced. That's ridiculous. I shared it. Yeah, here we go. I shared it with Rena, and let's paste it in tabletop. I mean, obviously we have to have it in one of the campaigns.
Yep.
No, no.
The Wood Pertinger.
Aww.
It's
Don't hit it in the head
adorable.
with an anchor.
Yeah.
It's really nice, but it's fucking insane the damage they decided to give it.
Well, that can be changed.
Yeah, that's getting removed.
Multi attack.
It's not that, it's a fucking 2d6.
What is
Yeah,
is
antlers
magic
2d6
resistance?
plus 3 bludgeoning. Holy crap.
Yeah.
It has magic resistance and nimble escape.
Oh, its stat block is ridiculous. 35 HP and resistances to mundane damage.
I mean, just knock the antlers down to D4.
And also has Cure Wounds and Misty Step.
Yep.
Fog Cloud. Pass without trace.
So when do I get it,
this is
Rena?
not familiar.
Are you sure, Brad? Are you sure Grayson can't have one?
I mean, you know it now, so it's definitely familiar.
Yeah.
No, I have something else in mind for Grayson.
The Tressum works, although I imagine it'll be a dick to Balin.
It is actually very, very smart.
Yeah, that's what
They
I'm
have
saying. It'll
very-
be a dick to our dog.
No, they have very good memories. So, and it also is like a normal cat, except it doesn't attack nestlings or spoil eggs. Let's see. Nope, they're any alignment.
Okay. So, do we summon the Tressum?
I reckon you should try and summon a small bronze dragon.
It
I
wouldn't
might
work.
answer and come.
He can't come into the city, you know it.
As soon as you summon it, it's just immediately ejected into the sky.
It's like a physics glitch.
I
just-
see. This
you just-
familiar's designed by Bethesda.
You just start hearing no, it's just start hearing Source Engine sound effects. Before it just gets stretched out and then just flung it.
Well, sure. We can use it to help keep the bar free of rodents.
Now we have a cat.
A cat that flies.
Yeah.
This is the
better
worst
than a cat.
possible
It's a
option to
cat
have with a
wings.
cat.
All right. So now where are y'all going?
To the Stretchy Mouth portal.
Okay.
Stretchy mouth.
You are at the yawning portal. Felrek is not there. Get away. And let me make sure that I do this so that it's easier for you. Where's my settings button?
Oh no,
It's
there
a
we
nice
go.
branding he's got on the pavement outside.
Do you see the name? There you go. I can see on Braider's screen.
Yes, we see the fucking melon.
The moon. So you do. What are you going to do?
Watch him, all of us in unison,
We all blink at the same time.
like a colony of meerkats.
Kago, watch.
Just makes that fucking pissing, like hissing rattle.
Yeah.
With the pistons. shit. I mean, I want the crag cat to also be this species based, but I mean, it could also work for Vitresum as well.
I imagine Kago's just doing one of these numbers.
Alright, the
Kago,
fat cat on
watch.
that wing with wings. That one is
That's so
perfect.
good. Why are they so good?
Because you're obsessed
I've
with
already got
cats.
the.
Because they're awesome. Cats are so good.
Okay. What are you all going to do now that you are there?
Order a few drinks to not look suspicious.
Bonnie greets you.
Hey, Bunny.
Hey, how
Right,
are you all
love.
doing?
Taking a load off. We've been walking around the city for a wee bit. Hit the Blackstaff Tower for a fresh spill. Then down the fucking docks, which is a fair wee bit of shoe leather.
Oh, and also we had to evict some very rowdy customers out of the tavern last night.
Oh?
Bugbears.
Oh, well, that's not fun.
No,
I mean, I think for Lou it was the least amount of fun.
I don't even remember it, so it couldn't have been that good.
Fucking things caught him across the neck. Lucky he's up and standing right now.
I thought I was tougher than I am.
Had our wee chat with our previous staff, or our current staff as well. They seem on the level.
Good. I'm glad to hear that things seem to be going fine.
And any luck getting a hold of the others, or are they still a bit busy?
A bit busy. Hopefully they should be there in short order.
Actually, there was something I was going to ask. How old do you get? And how old are you?
Oh, I'm about. Oh dear.
I mean, technically you never ask a lady your age, but not really.
35?
35. Alright.
Child.
35.
That's kind of...
Well, no, Lou's
Oh.
still saying child because he's a drow and he is a kid
Yeah.
at 80. Fucking elves.
Yeah, can't say it is younger than I expected, because I didn't expect anything, but, well, it's an interesting bit to know.
Just remember, elves have to deal with potty training for 5 years.
Ugh.
See, what did she say, how old they, in this specific version of the game, do they actually get?
Let me look that back up. No, I don't want Doppler radar. I want doppelgangers.
You want
We can
doppelgangers.
change the weather now. Oh my god.
Here we go.
This is why you buy a weather dome. Prevent such a.
I remembered reading this, but now I can't remember.
Oh, it was like 150 or 250.
Yeah, I thought it was 150. Let's roll.
Just go with that. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's never going to come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's mostly interesting on perspective of how long has this doppelganger been around, and what are they hoping to do? Like, if it's an old doppelganger who has grown tired of changing lives all of the time, it's a different thing than a young one just trying something different. Given age, changes perspectives and all that.
There we go. So, y'all need anything else?
Yeah, a couple of fruit drinks for the kids, and also, gonna have a wee sort of discreet word here. Yeah, lad by the bar there, the bearded one. He does not look too dissimilar to me, actually, come to think of it.
Maloon?
Aye, Malin, aye. We've been talking with a friend of his. Apparently he's changed his attitude quite a wee bit and they're a bit worried on it. Have you seen anyone sort of hanging about with him lately?
Not particularly one person or other. He just tends to be maybe. So sometimes you'll, of course, find adventurers come on in here looking to get into Undermountain. He tends to spend a lot of his time making friends in those groups and trying to dissuade them from that. Sometimes he'll try to hook them up with other jobs, actually.
Well, he apparently was a sole survivor situation, so I'm not surprised there. But it's just he's been doing that for quite a while now, aye. And he's not got any apart from the adventures, like there's no like private little table chats or anything like you've glimpsed him at.
No, unless he's he's either drinking at the bar here, making some friends out there, or up in his room.
Aye. Would it be a bit amiss here? I was wondering if you could give us your own little unique insight.
Okay.
Just a little glimpse at him,
Well, I can do that right now. Here's the main issue, and she does drop her voice a little bit to have a bit of a whisper. If I do that right now, it's basically just whatever he's thinking of at the moment. If you want, I could give it a day or so and try to peek in multiple times, see potentially if there's something more going on.
If you're alright risking yourself like that, aye.
I mean,
That's
we
fine.
could.
He'll never find out.
Hopefully.
We could also perhaps steer that in the direction by sitting close to him and talking loudly about going into Undermountain.
Yeah, see why he doesn't want us to go?
Well,
Yes, that.
Well, just really bring it up to his thoughts. Aye.
That could work.
You could
Yes,
just
if you
ask
ch-
conveniently. Oh,
Yes,
I
pass
just kinda-
by, talk about this.
I kind of like say, essentially walking over to someone and say, "Hey, don't think about the red crocodile."
What about that blue
you're now
alligator?
manly breathing.
Well, Bjorn, you seem like the likely lad to be talking about an expedition.
Yeah,
I've got these three here to keep an eye on, though, and this fourth one. As he looks at the cat.
all right, well, all right, well.
So take whoever you
Wait.
want with you to have a wee chat with. You don't have to do this yourself.
Nathrax, come on.
Yay, Undermountain.
All right.
And Bonnie goes back to the bar.
Cheers, love.
Anytime.
I gotta.
Wait. Wouldn't Bonnie have to be somewhat close to him?
He's
close
over
enough.
here at the bar.
Yeah.
Wait, God damn it, where's my window? Where's the tab? Switch tab to look at something and then there.
Yep, Bonnie's over at the bar.
Ah, there.
Yeah, as I start
All right.
walking up to the bar,
Yeah.
just like the loud, obnoxious dwarf he is with an 8 charisma. I don't know a whole lot about going down into the Undermountain, but for what I always know is you always gotta think about the logistics, because you never know what you could encounter down there, or nasty beasties and such. I mean, I heard
have
the
this cool
rumors.
Yes, that's why you should probably try to keep back a bit and let me do the scouting.
I mean, to be fair, friends, you probably shouldn't be hopping in at all.
Oh, well, I guess that's
Quite
a bit.
Malone.
We thirst for adventure.
And why'd that be?
I mean, it's fairly dangerous, and to be fair, most of the stuff down there is, a lot of the riches have been already taken.
Well, people
Well, the last
always
part
miss
there,
something.
that does put a dead bottom at all.
We're actually the restocking crew. We're here to put all the treasure back.
Very funny, sir.
Welcome to your next Boarside one shot.
It's just really not worth it, particularly with the dangers. There's so much you can do up here in Waterdeep that can get you just about the same.
Oh, really?
I fucking contest that.
But where's the thrill of it?
Also,
What's
the
the
sun is
thrill in
here.
seeing your friends die below your eyes?
Well, he did owe me 5 gold.
I'm going to take with that.
Way
I'm
to
going to take with
dampen
that
the mood.
statement. You did not have very much luck down there.
No, I mean, I came back up just fine myself, but not my associates.
Aye. I mean, that's always the risk. Like, you see that tall man over there? You can't quite miss him. He's the one who's almost scraping his head up against the roof.
Aye.
Like, I have been adventuring with that guy for almost 20 years. And let me
Any of
tell
you-
you, the world out there probably is much dangerous what's ever down in that hole.
Oh no, that's not how this works. There are things down there that you'll never want to see, ever.
I mean,
No.
you gotta have seen some of the things that woke up next to me in the bed that you will not want to see either again.
Here, friends, why don't I buy you a round of drinks?
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Mission has
No,
been
it's-
forgotten.
I didn't know you were speaking dwarf.
And he does. He buys the three of you that are up there a round of drinks. So, what
Alright.
you said
Thanks a
you
bunch.
were adventurers. So what kind of adventuring you do?
A bit of this, a bit of that.
Well,
Okay,
Went to the sewers one time.
Yeah, I mean this would be more of our own initiative. We heard there were some good things to find down there, so we thought, why not?
I mean, if you're looking
what's
for
your name
some
again?
work, Maloon War Dragon.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
It's good to meet you.
all right. I'll root for me for that introducing myself to the man who bought me a free drink. Bjorn.
You have
Nitrox.
Bjorn, Nadrax,
Lou.
Lou. I remember seeing you around here, actually, if I recall correctly. You were here before, yes?
Yeah, and then I met up with these guys, and now I'm an adventurer instead of a scholar because I was bad at being a scholar.
Well, I mean, depending on the kind of adventure you're looking for, there's plenty up here. A couple of forays down into the sewers, depending on what you need to do. And you can even get paid to do it on top of getting anything that you find.
I mean, getting paid is always very good and all.
Then it's a guaranteed paid, not just luck. Do some
I
work
did-
down in the dock district. Sometimes even something simple as just guard duty can get interesting down there. You've seen what the rabble comes in there.
I mean, I came in through that way, so aye.
Lots
I
of
walked.
plenty unpleasant things up that way. The adventure comes to you then. Much more convenient, and you get paid.
He can't exactly deny what this man is saying. We somehow ended up with a fucking house for the first day. And 3 kids.
I mean,
took
the
almost
kids
a
were
week.
not on the first day. We met them, but we didn't get them yet.
Another couple warehouses that needed either guards or potentially individuals to help move shipments about.
I mean, do I
They're-
look like I can do honest work? Be honest here.
I mean, but where's the glory in that? If you could say you went to Undermountain and brought back this thing, that has quite a bit of a different ring to it than to say I was doing guard duty in the docks.
I
He
moved
raised his hand
4 boxes.
dismissively. You and everybody else has gone down into Undermountain. There's nothing. It doesn't really do anything for your reputation as an adventurer. Anybody in this city knows that. Everybody's done it.
Right now, there's a small kobold down there with an evil pie that's building a huge town of goblins. That kobold has more gold and platinum than this entire party combined. Sorry, that was an aside on my case.
It's just not worth it, friends. Trust me.
I mean, it's at least also an idea to stock on some goal for the eventual plan to going down there. So sure, let me know who your contacts are. Might be able to pop by.
It'd be mostly anything through me, technically. I could reach out to people I know to see what jobs are available.
Sure.
That sounds quite lovely. Do you want to meet up tomorrow, potentially?
I suppose we can do that.
Same place.
Wonderful, friends. Another round of drinks, please. I think our dwarf friend definitely needs another one.
Oh, so speaking it so fluently.
How did you finish that so fast? What the hell?
He's a dwarf. That's what he does.
Yeah.
If you're not careful, he'll drink yours too.
Don't go too overboard.
Hey, you look
or,
always already empty.
or the next thing he'll be waking up next to will be you.
Again, this is just regular fare for a dwarf. They drink this when they're in their baby bottles.
Hey.
Yes.
Bjorn still has
But
his.
he might love you too much if you buy him too many drinks.
Oh, pa.
It's useful on the battlefield. It doesn't spill.
That's what friends do, yes?
Hey.
I wouldn't know.
And I roll insight on this guy.
Yep. Go ahead.
What the fuck is it?
He doesn't seem
Yeah.
particularly down in the dumps.
Yeah. Actually, I would like to try that as well.
Mm-hmm.
18.
And does Lou.
I am here. Bah.
All of you seem to get the idea that he's angling for something in specific.
Hang on, I scrutinize. I think
How are
Bjorn
you
is
hearing
cocking
that
about
from all
instead
the
of.
way-
No. I think Bjorn's cocking about instead of doing the fucking job. That's what he's scrutinizing, the back of
Yeah.
Bjorn's shiny head. I just see tankards being slid to him, that little fuck.
You all
I
think
mean-
he's angling for something in specific here.
Yeah.
You mean with asking us questions or
He
What
has job ideas specifically. Something is going on in his brain that is not just idle conversation. He is actively trying to get you to do these jobs for a reason.
Or is it really his brain?
Oh.
It probably is.
I mean, we'll have to see
But-
what he actually comes up with, but yeah. So there is no. He doesn't look shell shocked.
No.
It would be
Yeah, you
hilarious. It would be hilarious if he turned out to be a doppelganger that Bonnie didn't know.
I mean, there was that other one that was part of their group that splintered off.
Yeah. We've gotten backstory
dead.
potential. They think he's dead. What if he merely
never
shapeshifted
know,
into a
there's
dead
no
doppelganger? It's the perfect disguise.
While y'all are having this
Alright.
conversation, Bonnie goes to run some drinks on over to your table again.
Thank you so
Figured
much
you all
for
might need
sticks.
Yeah, I figured y'all might want to top up.
Ah, of course.
And a little bit of information.
Oh, wonderful. As a slider of silver for... As pointing out, thanks for the recommendation on the staff, by the way.
Oh, cheers. Xanathar.
Right.
He's thinking about his contacts in the Xanathar guilds and potentially recruiting your friends over there. Slowly, mind you.
That's fucking unusual, right?
Another one for the
oh
list.
boy.
Thanks a lot, Bonnie.
That's all of them in the city, right?
I'll keep an eye. Specifically, he is apparently worried. He wants to keep people out of Undermountain to stop people from potentially playing about with. Apparently, they have some sort of Xanathar operations down there that he's worried about interrupting.
Right. Well, I was off. Thanks a lot for that.
Cheers. I'll keep an eye out See if there's anything else I can figure out.
Thanks a lot, love.
Yeah, cheers. And she gets back to work. The three of you at the
Alright.
bar are still having a drink, and you have no idea about this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just watch Bjorn down mug after mug.
And Gaddix keeps ordering drinks, but you notice he's not drinking them. He's just pouring them into Chicago. When nobody's looking, he just opens
Which
Chicago's
way?
mouth. The mouth.
I mean, you could just put like a funnel through the nostril.
Yeah, I could.
But that's a lot of work for nothing. Xenophina would not appreciate it.
I was going to say, would it piss off Xenophina? Because he might do it.
Telescopic nostril.
Right then.
We'll let them have their fun for a wee bit longer before we decide, yeah, it's time to head on back. Also spending quite a bit of time trying to charm the Tressum off Uzana's shoulders on the Hardens with a few little bar nuts.
Bjorn, when they come over, are you going to be happy to leave your new friend who's buying you drinks?
Yeah, I'm not trusting this guy one bit, but I'm not gonna say no to free drinks.
Alright, cheers. I should have some information by tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll stop by tomorrow.
Wonderful.
Money.
Are you a lot any closer to plan your fucking expedition?
We just had to fill in some few details, but the one might be postponing it a bit. Got some other things coming up.
Yeah.
Because we're hoping to get a few skulls for those there fucking dangly faced ones for a wall.
They have skulls.
I assume they do.
I mean, an octopus wouldn't, and they have tentacles.
Octopi have this thing inside them.
They also have all that water to support them as well. These things walk about land most of the time, I imagine. Although they could just be supported entirely by their own magic, or mind thing. Well, if you cut one down, you just hear like a farting noise as it collapses in the jelly.
Yeah, you.
You all are
wonder what they
now
taste like.
outside.
And I relay the information once we get a bit further away.
Nadrex very much looks like he wants to go back inside and stab the guy.
Who's counting on his fingers?
Right.
Quadruple spy?
We should get rid of him at some point. Sooner rather than later, I'd hope.
We've not got the whole story though, we've just got supposition and, well, what Bonnie picked for your skull is pretty accurate, it's just a case of why.
I mean, it seems like it is the same guy, though, right? He doesn't seem like he's a different person.
I know it would probably be smart to just hear him out, see what kind of jobs he let's...
Well,
yes.
Apparently he's got you a couple hired for something, eh?
Well, he mentioned he would tell us more about the job tomorrow.
Well, then you keep stringing along. Meanwhile, Bonnie will be picking
Potentially
through
get
his
some
brain.
money.
Depends on the job. I
I
mean,
mean, it'll probably start out pretty light.
yes, but
I'm
I
not
would
saying
not
do the
want
job,
to
I'm
do
sa-
anything that helps them. Too
I'm
much,
not saying do
anyway.
the job, I'm saying talk about it.
Yeah.
Also, next time maybe mention the squid heads, the brain running around, stuff that might incite him. Or you could mention things. Let's not mention the goldfish. Talk about the troll attack, maybe. No, there's no real point.
Just any kind of monsters we might run into in the Undermountain, sort of thing.
Something. You could probably mention the sludge. I used to don't know about that. Bjorn, you could put that fucking drink down. You could probably mention the sludge.
Alright, we could. But I guess that we want one of those tentacle face trophies. That could work, I guess.
It's just things to get him thinking, so that Bonnie can have a better read on him. Like, you
Well, a good
guys should
start,
be
though.
steering the conversation, direct topics. Put things in his head.
Yeah.
Because what
Like
if what?
crimes.
Because what if what the Xanathar's going on down there has something to do with his brain readers, or some sludge, and we don't really know
I mean, the
anything
trolls
else. It's
probably are
weird.
connected.
I mean, the trolls are kind of done and gone sort of thing.
But it could have
I
been
mean-
part of the same program.
I mean, I guess we could mention something about trying to get the corpse of one of the tentacle faces and these brain things you mentioned as a trophy or something like that to a collector. But do not say who wants them.
We don't even need that. We can just say there's a trophy on the wall.
True.
But it's more just to get him on the topic of that to see what Bonnie might be able to pick out of his head. Because what is the project Xanathar's doing that he came across? What's he working towards? Stuff like that would be helpful to have.
How could we tie the fish into all of this?
We could have him buy us dinner, a fish dinner.
The fish
Harden,
is
you
obviously
like
the
animals,
mastermind
right?
of the whole organization.
Would you mind having a goldfish?
I mean, I'll try anything once.
I mean, as I've looked over at the time, Harden, I guess you could also do the same plan, walk past and start talking to one of the band about getting them a pet goldfish.
No,
See
no.
how they react.
We shouldn't mention anything about that there. That is privileged information, apparently.
And we've already been attacked once.
Also, you know I wouldn't fucking care for a fish. Don't like them. They're not a proper pet. So
What if they could play chess?
So what shall we do with your little winged spy, love?
Probably introduce him to the children. Make sure he gets along with Balin.
Well, I think we're not going to use him for peering through the window of whatnot of Malin's room.
We could. We can let him out tonight. See what we see.
Now you look at me as he's holding up a finger to the cat. Balin's a very nice dog. He's very trusting. Don't abuse that.
The cat just do this, the evil scowl. Like,
Pretends to
don't tell
throw
me
a
what
ball.
to fucking do.
Well, it depends. Are you waving a finger back and forth?
No, keeping it still. Because I know it's attracted the motion.
It might reach out and try and paw the finger.
Don't you try and butter me up. I'm laying down the rules here. Do not abuse Balin's trust. He's a lovely dog. And be careful with this one as he points at Squidly. But this one's fine, and so is this one. The Nat and Jinx. And also watch out for that one. Lou, of course.
I'm magical.
Just thinking now that the Tressum would be a fucking nightmare for Horik. It can sit in all the top shelves. It can steal food and get away from him.
It has an intelligence score of 11.
And it's smarter than him. Possibly.
It
So
can
doomed.
talk.
All
I
right,
imagine
so,
I imagine the cat reacts.
It does understand common.
so, what are you all doing?
Homeward bound for now.
I mean, we'll. I guess Susanna can still have the flying cat. See if it can spy into the room.
We just went over that.
Yep, that'll be tonight. Yeah.
All right. Right.
What part of the day is it after we've done all this?
Past noon.
Well, considering Bjorn doesn't have anything else to do, he might split away from everyone else and try and go to the simplest walking street of the swords.
What are we trying to get to?
Sell jewelers.
Ah. Would you be taking anybody with you, or would anybody try to tag along with him?
I mean, if people want to come, that's up to them. But he's just gonna go. I'm going to take a wee look, see if they open up. It's not exactly often that you're going to see relatives that suddenly show up.
Yeah, Gaddix will go with him.
I want to look at pretty rocks.
We could bling out Congo. Yeah, who knows?
Bedazzled Congo.
What if I replace the eyes with diamonds for like magnification or there's possibilities here.
And then he
Means-
can revive someone in an emergency at the cost of his vision.
And I mean, it might be in luck depending on who comes over there. Some of them should be able to enchant it. But you might also just be unlucky. It's just the jewel smith.
Alright, well,
Yes.
I'm gonna use a lot going ahead of that there. I've got lessons for these ones, I've got the package in the cellar to look after, and a few other bits and pieces.
Alright, well, we'll be seeing you later.
And if you want, you could always head down south to that bar back at the docks if you want to check out for the wizard.
Actually,
Oh.
which one would be the first thing to encounter?
Oh, the fucking docks is all the way to the south, man.
Yeah, you'd be at the shop first. Yeah, you'd have to go all the way the heck down.
Okay, yeah.
Invest in a cart and horse.
A talking one only.
All right, so you get to the shop. You enter, and there's a very bored-looking human girl at the counter. Oh, hello.
Good afternoon. It's the shop owner that happened to be in here.
No, I'm just the cleric.
Oh, they perhaps have not arrived to the town yet.
Oh, yeah, he usually comes in about maybe once a week.
Ah, well,
We got good goods and all that nonsense. If you want
Alright,
jewels,
well-
we've got them.
I don't know if any of the Golsons happen to show up. Let them know that Bjorn Janssen have to come by and say hello, and if they want to come by, they can come back to Trollskull Manor up in the
Right.
Northern District.
Right, yeah, owner, right. Tell him, Bjorn.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I forgot. Let me make it a bit easier for you to remember, and I slide over a piece of gold to her.
Oh, cheers. So, what's your name?
Bjorn Jansson.
Ah, there we go. All right, got that. And yep. And I'll make sure to be telling the boss the second he shows up.
All right. By the way, what's the? I can assume it's a Golson. What's the first name?
Un
You
momento.
could just say she can't remember.
No. Oh, hold on. I'm hitting the button. No, I don't want drow names. Cheese and crackers.
Yeah,
We've
twist.
We've got enough. Leave that poor thing alone.
Bafor. Let me spell that. I just, this is a great name. Jarlaxle, even Jarlaxle knows.
Patois. He's the one who made some of this bling. I guess I always get some of my rings from Bafois. It's the Coco Chanel. Bafois. Is that a name as such that's ringing anything for Bjorn?
Not particularly. You think maybe, but it's also one of those things where, yeah, that or somebody that you haven't met up with, because
Yeah.
you are a bit older. Because they could be a young.
Yeah. Must be one of the younger cousins.
He's about maybe what 70.
Ah,
Child.
I mean, Bjorn is around 80, so
Yeah, it's
yeah. But
Never
yeah, it's a
know.
bit of a generational shift, which so probably just out of each age bracket to want to do anything with each other.
Yeah. They certainly didn't go through training together, for instance, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you know.
All right then. Well,
Need
take care.
anything else? Y'all are welcome around anytime. If you're going to be putting around that kind of goal.
Galaxy, you wanted to pick up something for Kako?
Might, but it never hurts to have a look.
And yeah, it's very obvious, Gaddix. This is all kind of wearing jewelry. Stuff that,
Yeah.
Waterdavian nobles would find interesting. You have an inkling that might be why she looked so bored when you all walked in.
Alright, yeah, sorry, I don't think he's going to be doing much of enchanting smithing here.
Oh no, this is all the stuff that, the fancy people want to wear to their parties.
Nay. I mean, can't go wrong with dwarven jewelry, but I'm not in need of any beard rings right now, so. Right, well, take care, miss.
Oh, cheers. Y'all have a good one. I'll let him know the second I see him.
Right, appreciate it. Alright, well, Garrix, I suppose we might as well go down and, since we move down here, take a look at the bar where a Thayan wizard might be. I have no idea how they look, but they were talking about the rats being involved, so shouldn't be too hard, right?
I mean, we've been mercenaries for 20 years. We've probably killed one or two. They're very squishy.
I mean, they're wizards, so.
Exactly. Wizards aren't dangerous. We have knives.
I just wanted to use the bead. I'm a nerd. It's not supposed to be serious.
I just love how
That
it
was
played
my
out
first game as a
perfectly.
caster, too. That's a hell of a thing.
It just played out so perfectly to us, like, I still have some HP, but I've got a friend, and he's got a knife.
Right, so, what's everybody doing?
I think we might as well see if there's any obvious clue, though we're not much of the investigation crew. We might as well see if there's any lead to the Thayan wizard there in the bar.
All right. So you enter in, and this is quite clearly one of those seedy, shady kind of bars. Not the up and up kind of location.
So he feels more at home here.
Yeah.
You can see that there's a staircase going upwards, probably to some kind of, rooms. And down below, it's clearly the kind of place that, it doesn't sell high quality booze.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a bit watered down.
No, that's a crime for Bjorn, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think, depending on what happens in there, he's probably not going to be there for more than a half an hour to an hour. See if there's half an hour. I think is the most he's going to be there. Just see if there's any obvious thing that's going to be picked up on. I don't know with Gaddix how much patience he has being there.
It depends on what's there when he gets there. He doesn't know. He just felt like going for some reason.
All right. Well, guys, you gotta find a table. I'll order whatever watered down thing is out here. See if there's anyone who start talking about some sort of fancy pants who probably ain't gonna pay them enough for what they have to do.
I know what I'm gonna do. This is a stick up. He pulls out his gun. Get on the ground now. Bjorn, time up.
I've heard there's a wizard here. Catch my bullet!
I cast gun.
So, what are we doing?
Like I said, I'm just gonna sit down with Gadix with what I can
They're gonna eavesdrop.
reasonably get away. Yeah,
Okay.
try and eavesdrop a bit.
We're gonna blend
Okay.
in.
Give me an investigation with advantage, whoever's actually doing the majority of the work.
The fully tooled up mercenary, the tinker, and the robot dog are blending into the sailors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So somebody give me those rolls.
I think that's gonna
can
be
you,
Gadix.
Can you click it for me? Because my mouse.
His mouse is not wanting to.
It's stupid Bluetooth dongle keeps cutting out.
Not obscured or anything.
Oh.
Surprise,
I
Jarlaxle.
don't, I don't even have to roll it a second time, but. So, wow, good job, Gadix.
Yeah, I'm good.
Or good job,
sometimes.
Jarlaxle, actually.
Yeah, thanks,
Jarlaxle.
thanks, buddy.
Turns out
Pat.
Jarlaxle was at your table and you guys didn't notice.
He was
He
here the
wasn't
whole
that
time.
busy.
Just slips Gadix a note.
He's just surrounded by
Walks off.
paperwork.
He disguised himself as Kogo.
Yeah, oh yeah, a little arm just comes out of Kago's mouth and puts a note, taps Gadix on the shoulder.
Why is there a
Back to
feather
Kago.
sticking out of Kago's ear?
Yeah.
Imagine the trust issues this must cause for Gadix.
The things Kago has watched Gadix do. Greasing up his tools. Ungreasing them.
I don't know. I mean, how would Xanafina feel about this? that's what I. We
Turns
have to
out it was
put
a
this
drow all
context
along.
now
There was
on.
never a robot in there.
She goes to open up his underbelly, and you just hear "Excuse me, good lady. Have you considered asking?"
Yeah. Occupied. Read the sign.
But yes, you do hear that there's been some grumbling that there's some snooty red robe wearing twit who's got some rooms upstairs. He's got some bodyguards apparently along with him.
What's that again?
There's some grumbling from the patrons saying that there's some snooty red robe wearing twit upstairs with some bodyguards. And people apparently aren't thrilled about it.
Can't imagine why.
Well then. Well, it's been a long day. We should probably start heading back, don't you think?
Yeah. If you feel like, if you're done here, I'm done here.
I'm done here.
He
There's
does. He
there's
looks
like
at his
you-
glass, realizes he has some left, just dumps it in Kago's mouth. Yeah, I'm done here.
Yeah. You also see the part where the reason for why Bjorn doesn't have any interest being here longer, the mug is still half full.
Yeah.
This
And you
is
realize that
utter
was the mug was still like 3/4 full. Gadix literally just took a couple sips out of it the whole time
Yeah.
they've been there. Just dumps the rest in Kago. Yeah, we can leave. Tastes like piss. Gadix, that is piss. Oh, so it's not just me then.
Why are you still drinking it?
As he puts the mug up to his mouth again. Yeah.
Because it's sterile and I like the taste.
It's serious. Such a good character. Yeah.
But I.
So yeah,
Will
I
do.
guess we're just heading back to Troll Skull Manor then
Mm-hmm.
to report our finding.
Yeah, we got what we came for.
Mhm.
Mission
So-
successful for once.
You all show up. I assume you start sharing your information.
Uh-huh.
I Rob bastard up in the room with bodyguards.
Right, that's good. We got a location for him then.
Hey,
What about the deal?
People are none too happy about the fancy band being there.
So, what sort of bodyguards he got?
Don't know much about that. They were up in the room, didn't want to push it. Just wanted to confirm it.
Alright then, alright.
Though I could almost imagine probably most likely mate shields if I know my wizards correctly in that kind of situation.
I don't know though. Ones that were with Uzana the first time we met her weren't up to snuff.
Hey, but Usana wasn't exactly having them around to make sure that they were distracting for long enough to cast a fireball.
Yes, true, yes, true. Nah, Squidlight, go back a wee bit there. So you got your E and your I mixed up there. It's alright.
Oh, okay.
You're doing well so far. That's mostly done up.
Woohoo.
So, it's not bad.
Hey.
We've got most of the information we need on both counts. Still got
Now
some.
to plan.
Still got some hours in the day as well.
Hey,
It's been productive.
certainly has been. Oh, how did the dog take to the new cat?
Well, I haven't heard any screams yet.
I mean, that could be disconcerting in of itself.
Well, I can test. Balin! Here, boy.
And Balin quickly bounds over.
There we go. Can't call the cat. Doesn't have a name yet, does it?
No, not yet.
Just call it cat. If you give it a name, it won't respond to it anyway.
Well, this has an intelligence of 10, so it likely will.
No, it knows its name. It still won't respond to it. It's just smart enough to know its name.
Well, don't forget, it's not actually a threesome.
Huh.
It's a little spirit or abstract thought that is coalesced into the form of a threesome.
Mhm.
So its behaviour could be a little different. What should you choose, incidentally? And she then just says fiend.
Oh yeah, there's the gif I was looking for. Pulls the gun out of his sleeve.
Just glad you changed your name, you son of a bitch.
It was definitely one of those movies where that part there made it up for everything.
Even though it contradicts the entire movie before, does he just
Yeah.
obsess over turning the Everleaf and being a pacifist? Mind you, it also hinges on this guy's great rise to power is because he found a projector with Hitler on it. Fucking ridiculous. So the question now, I don't want to turn in the melon thing just yet. I do want to find out what the deal is there. Because we don't know if it's like mind control or something. He could be charmed. We could try something like that there to fix him. It just seems like if he's actually being a spy, he's doing a really shit job of it by completely changing his behaviour. And if he was trying to stop people from going down Under Mountain, it seems more likely he'd go with them to stage ambushes to wipe them out. Because people, it's expected that not everyone comes out of Under Mountain, so it just seems odd that he's merely trying to dissuade people.
He still might not want to be killing people. He could still be somewhat of a good person.
That's what I'm wondering. Do they have something on him, maybe?
I mean, didn't Bonnie say he wanted to recruit us?
Aye. I'm just saying his methods are very odd at the moment.
Hey, for someone who's being blackmailed, he seemed a little too eager.
Well, if he is, but it's also a case of he should be trying to put up the front that he's the same as he ever was, and then recruiting from who. Like, don't let Lou fool you here. A spy should be more natural. It shouldn't be a case of he's now immediately different from those who know him. Because that's what happened. That's a sort of thing causes people to get hired to check in on them, as you've seen.
Well, hire is probably a strong word. I don't think we're getting paid.
Well, the most powerful spellcaster in the city owes us a favour, so that's pretty handy. Who
We
knows?
magically reinforce our doors. That'd be nice.
Who knows? It might be worth a second level spell scroll. You'll never know. Or a component pouch with fine leather casing. Or maybe we could transfer this spear from the ring into something a bit more mobile.
Oh, please.
What would you say to a? I mean, it's a bit nefarious looking, maybe a bit cliche. What would you think of a floating skull?
I could do with that if I could find a way to make it float.
Hey. Certainly be a nice wee project, wouldn't it?
Be great in your bar. Ooh, maybe if it was a miniature troll skull, then you could have the troll skull floating about Troll Skull Manor.
He's actually got a bit of an idea here, this lad. As I reiterate his plan.
I mean, wouldn't that kind of step on Leaf's toes with being haunting the place and all that?
Well, no, because
Actually-
Leaf's a legitimate haunting.
Yeah, to tell your friend that I am not a ghost. I am just a soul without a home.
I mean, as a man of a cloth who deals with the undead and whatnot, you're in very much the same garden. It's mainly the pedantic classification is a little bit different. As a spirit
No.
without a body, you're caught between worlds. You should have been going on to the afterlife. Let's be fair
Yes,
here.
but I'm in the item, so that's all that matters. I'm not actually an undead.
But we can certainly
Listen,
say
I'm an
you're
home
not among
spirit.
the living.
Yeah, I'm dead, but I'm not undead.
Sorry, we're just having a speak on ecumenical manners right now. He's very adamant on being merely dead, not undead, which is different from Leaf, who's still lingering. But doing a very nice job so far.
Yep, he's cleaning up at your tavern. He'll sometimes help with the dishes.
Doesn't throw things anymore.
Still seems to be very good at checkers.
You notice he still sometimes pulls out chairs to help people sit down. He's being quite polite.
Very handy. Who knows why this lad is so intensely linked to the bar, though. Turns out it was the only job he ever had. Orver was just a really fucking nasty contract he signed for part-time shifts.
The only thing you're noticing with the checkers is he's still blatantly cheating. So just saying, he's still apparently very bad at checkers.
Or very, very good. He made his own whole new rules.
Maybe it's a regional elf version.
But do you all move to the opening of your lovely tavern for the night?
I believe so.
Okay. Everybody, please go into your positions for working in the tavern.
Why? What?
Just
Why
saying.
could we possibly? Well, center floor, I guess. Then.
I must perform.
More bugbears.
Well, let's see.
I'm gonna do it a little bit further up this time, though.
Or something
Yeah.
that murders us all.
We did say during the day, but not during the night.
It's just an attack of the Golsons when they find out there's a fucking Jornsson here. Kill the bastard.
Here,
Mount his head outside the store as a warning to the others.
Chicago maybe addicts with
Is that place taken?
Yes.
there we go.
There you go.
Actually, for the benefit of keeping an eye out, I'll ask this patron here to move up one table there just so I can keep a look in the window.
Okay.
Right, I should probably go. Yeah, I'll go sit here so I can have an eye on. Move, cargo.
We got Balin upstairs, keeping an eye out.
I would move cargo.
Yeah, so I can have an eye on both the door down here and the entrance door.
Just for fun, if it's an early shift, we might have the kids down here.
Great.
Just to completely fill the floor with tokens.
Pick up all the best seat in the house.
Squidly's ordering drinks.
Oh no, he's hanging out with Lou to learn from a bard.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, there we go.
Now, do I roll with advantage or disadvantage?
You roll with normal, he rolls with disadvantage. Because you're a bad
Exactly.
influence.
I'm playing a cool song, though.
Okay, so give me your Yeah, oh yeah, you're doing pretty good. Let's see, what about him? Nope.
Still learning. Still learning.
Yeah, he's still learning. Well, while this is all going on, you notice that several members of the Dung Sweeper Guild, still smelling faintly of dung, come and take their seat up top and order their drinks.
They don't look
Not just
suspicious
drinks.
at all.
Are they mad that I made fun of them? I hope not.
You don't recognize this lot.
Oh, I guess I'll make fun of them now.
One goes up to the bar, orders the drinks, comes
Hey.
back.
Hey, hang on, we take a look. Uzi, could you help that poor lad?
Mm-hmm.
Have
Oh,
to
cheers,
pull
Mum.
that and the rest of us in this enclosed space.
Exactly. Presses
Yeah,
his take the
cheers,
scent
Mom.
away.
And they get back up to the table and they're all sipping their beers quietly.
How suspicious.
Quiet. Why aren't they talking? Talk, damn you! Where's the fucking money?
Where's my money?
I'm not giving you no tree fitty.
One gets up and starts kind of admiring on the walls. He's looking like he's admiring the trophies you got on the walls.
I've only got a few
your
at the
eyes on
moment.
it, huh?
Yeah, it's a bit interesting. Where'd you get it?
Which one of them?
Oh, the skull.
Oh, oddly enough, right outside here.
We're even
Oh?
during Trolltide.
Oh? He takes a seat.
Hey, what was your holiday called?
Just said fucking Trolltide.
I couldn't hear it. During Trolltide, a couple of trolls came loose, right?
Ah.
And we pushed it into the bonfire
Uh-huh.
and cut the head off one of them,
Uh-huh.
boiled it, and put it up on the wall.
Uh-huh. Oh, cool. Interesting.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty cool. He's clearly enamored, Hart.
I just can't read these youth these days.
We're put off by the smell of shit.
My God.
Oh God, it's so bad. It's so bad.
What in Sam Hill is wrong with y'all?
It's such a bad smell.
We're really
Don't
true
wanna-
striking it up here. Uzi, please. Let's keep this single-digit train going.
Sorry.
Mark.
What? You're such a fuck-up, Webgun. Come on.
Oh,
Look,
yeah,
see?
see?
Uzana can do it right.
Mark, you're the only person in here, apparently, who was unable to see beyond the fact that this guy is a dung sweeper. And seems to be clearly looking around. You notice he's noticed both the hatch and he's noticing the latch up. And he seems almost as Bjorn, he's trying to nod like he's paying attention, but he's also looking back pretty much anywhere that he can't actually put his eyes. He's looking
punch him in the
about a
face.
lot. What?
You should punch him in the face.
Do you?
No, I'm busy.
That's the only thing stopping him.
I said I would perform, so I have to.
Cheers for the
What are you
tail
looking
split.
for, young man?
Huh?
Says of a child-sized man.
Oh, I'm just looking. Your friend's telling me some very interesting tales.
Who paid you to be here?
I'm here after my shift, sir. Dung sweeper. He gestures at the fact that he's clearly a dung sweeper.
Alright, it's hard
Well,
to
we
miss
haven't-
that file, even with a vet one.
Well, we have a dress code. Could you please leave?
What? Hold on, hang on.
Wait, we
Yeah.
have a dress code?
We require some.
That seems a bit rude.
To be fair, lads, you could have hosed yourselves down.
We did.
Oh, God.
I thought the dung sweepers worked in the morning.
We also work up through the night. Depends a bit on our shifts. We got off about an hour ago.
Silky, if you could take over here, go to me, Horik, for
Huh?
a moment. Go to me, Horik.
Kid goes back.
Yeah. What's that about, Horik?
He's casing the place out.
What? Oh.
He was paying very much attention to the trapdoor, by the way.
Where's Uzi?
Underneath Nadrex, I think, or one of the patrons.
Oh, there
There
we
we
go.
go.
There we go. Move
No,
over here.
Nadrix is not sitting on Uzi's shoulders.
I was like, where did Uzi go? We're missing somebody. Oh.
And
Oh,
somehow
I
also
suppo-
very easy because he has his stilts on, so he just bends his knees, so it looks like he's sitting.
We should do the three people in the trench coat, but it's Uzi, Hart, not Nadrex.
Curse of Strahd, we actually did the kobold in a trench coat gag.
Yes,
With
we
the-
did.
Yeah, with her fairy sitting on top, so we just look like a kid.
So
A weirdly
what you're
shaped
sa-
kid, but still a kid.
So what you're saying, Horik, is that it sounds like we might have to use the all the anti-Tau entrance devices.
I think you've lost him.
I'm saying you could be putting up shenanigans with traps again tonight.
Yes. He's probably got this door here, this one here. I don't think they'll come through the top floor if they're after the trap door.
Rosanna.
Mhm.
So Silky leans over and whispers, why are those boys looking for Ott? This is the second night in a row.
Wait, should she know his name?
No,
It's
they
not
didn't say the
been
name,
said.
she just said Ott. As in, Ott of use here, if you ever played Dragon's Dogma.
Not entirely sure.
As a
Especially
matter
if
of fact,
this
you
is
all
the
don't know
second-
his name.
Yes, and I'm definitely not asking. I don't want to know.
But if this is the second time,
I think those three are part of the same lot that the bugbears were, relating your package.
it's a possibility.
I just wanted to let you know.
But should we ask them to leave?
I mean, I know they're here looking for something. It might be wise.
You know, it might be a wise idea to maybe get you're familiar out for a bit of test flight. Once you leave, I would follow them.
It does sound like a good idea.
Also as well. Looks proudly. How smart.
She gives a nod. She goes back to doing her job.
Thank you.
Cheers. So, what do?
Hmm.
Make drinks, use cargo, pass out drinks.
Garrix, do you mind having Coco perhaps doing a bit of a patrolling upstairs, just in case?
Yeah, let me see if I can have him kind of look like he's still working, but we can have him go that way.
I will pass on the information to Harton. This is the second time apparently the group of dung sweepers is in here.
No, love. That's the same thing the bugbears yelled when they bashed in. She's saying they're Xanathar scum.
Right. What should we do about them?
Tempted to just fold them in fucking half.
But do we have enough evidence for that?
We have the right to remove anybody from the premises we feel like.
That is true.
We just don't want the guard asking questions.
Just don't know yet if I've got concealed stuff on them. I've got a few knives.
How do I get back to the house from the bar? I'm having a dumb.
A square there, or you leave.
Cargo,
Okay,
climb
well, no,
ladders?
yeah, but I was fuck.
And the first floor is directly above the bar.
Well, I would guess since they haven't done anything yet, they aren't going to go for the brute force approach like the bugbears did. So we should be more careful once the bar closes down, actually.
But there is a temptation just to immediately call them out and get them the fuck away off, knowing their plan's scuppered. Very
Should
tempting.
we pick a fight with them?
No, I'm just saying straight up, just say, get the fuck out, lads, you're not getting what you want. Incite them to be a bit more direct so we can kick the shit out of them. Or we let them think they've done a good job here, so we can try and sneak in and we'll wait for them. Or who we send afterwards. Probably best to do that one, actually. We'll let them sit where they are and they'll leave. If they try to wander off, though, keep a fucking eye on them. But for now, we'll let them think they've got their job done.
Well, alright.
And then we'll beat the shit out of the thief this end.
Yay, prisoners.
We do not take prisoners.
We do. We've done multiple times.
We have one right now. He's,
Actually,
Kind of our thing, actually.
he's kind of the target, I'm guessing.
To be fair, we didn't take that one, and it's a package, remember. Refer to it as a package
Well,
in case people are listening. No, but we do...
Yep.
There was the Dry Assassin, for example. And that one was meant to be solved properly until people decided to, mock a dying man.
Okay, it's done now. He's sealed away. We're fine. Sorry.
Just pointing
He
out.
deserved it, though. I won't do it again. Anytime soon.
You ever thought of not having those qualifiers and just maybe doing what you say?
Well, I can always just never do it again, but I like to leave the options open.
Anyways.
After about 2 hours,
Yep.
they leave.
Good. Right, we need a full table service for that little corner there. Fucking hell to miasma.
I'll take care of it.
Thank you, sweetie.
How much did they order to drink?
Only one each.
Oh, they're not fucking welcome anyway now. We do not have time for deadbeats here.
It took them over 2 hours to drink one.
Well, you might think they were maybe distracted. Maybe
I
focused
mean-
on other things.
And Gaddix is just thinking to himself, yeah, that checks out about right, but he doesn't equate that he's actually a slow drinker. He's just like, there's nothing abnormal about that as he goes on about his work. You know?
Well, it's
Yeah,
perfectly
they're
fine to
probably
just
not even-
drink it whenever it's completely flat afterwards. Or
Yes,
utterly
but
cold.
2 hours to drink a glass of water is a little long.
I imagine with Gaddix, the only warm coffee you ever have is the first sip.
Yeah.
Because there's like a half an
Yeah,
hour
he
between
makes
each
the
other
coffee.
sip.
He's like, oh, that's good coffee. And then he gets distracted.
But he has developed a taste for the skin of the coffee.
Yeah. That's the good stuff.
It's like a refreshing snack.
Day-old coffee is the best.
This from a man who drinks it from the ass of a dog. What a shocking twist.
Yeah. It's like, and nobody was surprised. Huh.
But nothing else of interest happens that night.
There's
Even
many
with
people at our
Kago
door.
going on his patrol. I don't know if you saw all that. I had Kago going
Everybody leaves.
on a
We
house
close up
visit.
shop.
Mhm.
Nothing abnormal happens whatsoever. Oh, I forgot one of the patrons. She was gonna live there.
Forever.
This is how we get new staff.
Alright, well, it's fair to
It's
say
like
that
the
they're going
incident
to
IKEA. You just never leave.
Well, it's fair to say they're going to try and stage their break in tonight. Possibly tomorrow, but I think they're going to strike while the iron's hot.
Alright, so setting up some traps again.
Setting up some very nefarious traps. This is not a playtime mode either.
Can we
Not
help?
like it was with Saloon.
You can help a wee bit, but leave up most of the job to them, because this time we're not doing traps that'll just stun or trip somebody up. This will actually hurt someone. I don't want you getting injured setting them up.
Okay.
Yeah, so crossbows pointed at doors with triggers and such.
That'd be great if we had spare
Just a
crossbows.
bunch of Home Alone-esque traps. Yeah.
How many do we have actually? Crossbows.
I'm not giving you mine. I use it.
You actually do. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
This weird
I
thing
just yell
here,
at people.
I haven't used this weird thing for so long, so I'm just gonna toss over my crossbow. So if you want to make use of it, do it.
Thanks!
Also, a couple of
Okay.
you might want to sleep in the bar tonight.
I'll probably start my reverie soon so I can actually get it done by morning.
Did anyone notice exactly where they were looking?
Horik, you had the eyes on them.
They were checking out down into the kitchen door and the back door and the trapdoor. So I'm thinking they might try and come in our back ways.
It just
That
mentioned
is
it was
rude
the,
without any... You have to ask questions on that sort of thing, really. Ridiculous.
Well,
I'm thinking a board with nails through it, just upside down on where you come in, maybe.
Right.
So,
And maybe we should contact our various guild friends. So maybe some better locks or bracing on our back doors.
Well, that's if we turn enough cash around.
Yeah. just
Besides, a
couple
lock
of
is mostly a psychological deterrent.
Yeah, but just so we can decently bar and block the back doors at night.
Well, I mean, in this case, we can just bar it up.
Yeah. we've had bugbears before. Who's to say that they won't bring more again?
Oh,
I am just
I think in this case they're going to try to be a bit more subtle, so we can just brace all these doors.
I am just glad I picked up this spell.
Yes.
So effectively, we're alarming, we're bracing, and we're doing some danger traps at some of our doors.
Yes, a crossbow pointed at the back door, so if anyone opens it and trips the wire, they get a crossbow bolt.
And a classic
Shot.
nail board in front of the side door.
But what if someone comes to investigate the break-in?
Well, the break-in would have had to happen first.
True.
Yeah. And we'll disarm it in the morning again.
Plus, we know where it is. Everyone fucking actually take notice of where it is, alright?
Well, I'm just more worried like the guard will open the door and rush in and get shot in the face.
But as said, the break-in has to happen first for them to be inspecting it.
Yeah.
True.
And ideally, they
Okay.
don't notice at all.
Also,
do
put
have
it
a
down low.
question.
Go for the legs. Because they might send in a halfling.
Who is going to be staying out on watch, or are y'all going to be just trusting the alarm spell to wake y'all up?
Well, Bjorn is gonna sleep under the bar.
Well, that's the question. Are we going to do a silent alarm or not? It's Uzana's choice.
I would figure audible.
Okay.
I mean, we don't want them breaking in. It's not
So-
like, oh no, we're worried they're going after something where we don't want them to know. No, we want them to know they've been found out.
Well, that means we're going to be claiming the couch in the common room for a quick cuddle.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it'll be too fucking crowded around here.
Sleeping in the
Hork
basement's
is gonna
probably a bad idea.
Aye. Do not spend too much time with him.
Hork's gonna sleep in the kitchen guarding his potato stash.
And for added fun, we'll also keep the door between the common room and the hall open. So we can see if someone's trying to sneak into the fucking hatch.
Okay, I'll just be chilling in the common room as well, I guess. Actually, I have my room here,
We'll do him share.
but I'm
My
right by the
chair is
door.
big enough for the two of us.
Only because I'm a tiny little drow man.
I was not talking about you.
All right. So, you all sleep peacefully through the night. Nothing transpires.
I've got a crick in my neck now, I think.
Yep. You've had your long rest,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody broke into your house.
Yay.
Yet.
You wake up, the birds are singing, the sun is shining, everything's great.
Make sure the guy's
You
still
can-
there, just in case.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a trick. It's only been an hour. It's a massive illusion around Trollskull Manor.
He is still down there and still grumbling, and he wants his breakfast.
And now, Lou, you finally get to see the hat.
It is a glorious hat. So many eye stalks. I wonder if that pawn shop with the fluff, like the animal one, could sell us a hat like this.
Fluff animal. You mean the stuffed beholder?
Yes, yeah, the stuffed animal. That's the one. Stuffed animal. That's what they're called. Yeah.
I can get you a stuffed animal beholder if you want. I can get you a plushie, sure.
And then we can put the hat on the plushie.
What? Yes, it is morning. What are y'all gonna do?
I'm gonna
Disarm the
make some
traps
coffee.
again.
Gonna
Because
sing.
we do not want our employees or patrons to get shot.
That would be a fairly good idea. I think some people would probably be very upset about that.
To be
Talk
fair,
about a hostile work environment.
to be fair, if a patron gets behind there, woe to them anyway. They shouldn't be behind the fucking bar.
Ah, true.
You get a bonus for every arrow dodged.
Just
Also-
randomly shooting at people.
Free
Knock, knock.
drink.
Knock, knock, knock.
Right,
Right.
I'll get it. Hello?
Get your paper, boy.
Oh, that's alright. I forgot that. This is actually welcome. Right,
Yep, cheers.
silver piece for you.
I'll take the crossword.
No, you
Thank you,
fucking
sir.
will not. Piss off. We will do this as a family or not at all.
The boy gives a laugh as he goes back to, getting his job done.
You want to do the crossword alone, you get your own wazoo.
The competitors that do more crosswords.
Alright,
And
let's
I'm-
flop this open.
I am very glad I didn't have to suddenly rewrite an article in the middle of the session.
Well, we know which one Lou's doing. Crime reports. Troll Skull Tavern hit by a bugbear attack. This sounds familiar. Bugbears in this city attacking innocent taverns. What has this city come to? Poor Troll Skull Tavern and the innkeepers. Is it true? It's a bit weird to think that there's fucking 6 innkeepers. I've been through enough as it is, yet their tavern was attacked during business hours last night. It was frightful, Valinfana. Nissandra.
The previous night. That was a oopsie.
Yeah.
But
291. Pulled the wazoo. Did any of you recognise a fucking 300-year-old elf?
They look the same as a 20-year-old elf, for all I know.
Mostly. Their man is all shriveled up though. Some burst through the front door, others the back. I saw one bash that drow boy they have, the one that plays the harmonica. That boy was bashed over the head, and without the big strong man's healing spell, I'm sure he would have died.
Oh, it's
You had
true.
too much fun with that.
Well, I think it came out well there. Nissandra spent
still
most of
your
the
age,
ordeal
right?
hiding under a table for shelter and was lucky to survive. Oh, that was the one by my boot. Okay. Despite everything, she still plans to return to the tavern as it clearly has the best guards in town.
Yeah. It's the guards that she's cutting for, right?
I had
Right.
too much fun writing that.
Lou, you know which one you've got.
Zord's Magical Carnival.
No.
Fooled. Art Incarnate didn't show. That's his name, not AI. Ladies and gents, the plot thickens. We waited at the appointed meeting point and instead received a letter from Mr. JB himself, signing the name Jaunty Brigand.
For
He
fuck's sake.
apologized for the lie.
Your boss is the worst at names and aliases. He really is. How do people
Somehow
not
he's
work
worse than
this
Art
shit out?
Incarnate.
Oh god.
But he's never caught. What are you gonna do? He's never
Georgie
caught.
Bricken never caught.
At least he apologized for the lie used to lure us, and also apologized for being unable to meet us face to face, insisting he had important business to attend to. That's the first non-lie. Oh god, we have a guy in the basement. Anyway, he admitted to the theft in the letter, stating that while he commissioned the forgery, he himself didn't make the fake. JB, however, did state that he personally swiped the card, but refused to tell us where and when the theft occurred. JB also congratulated AI, Art Incarnate, for his spotting the fake, claiming that he learned his identity and already sent him a congratulatory letter. He challenges AI to spot the next theft, and we must hope AI rises to the challenge. No. I don't know anything about art.
Alright, Gatix that you can actually see now.
Yeah.
You get the main story.
You want me to?
The big one.
Laurel
Silverhand
Silverhand
himself.
speaks on violence. Open Lord begs for peace. The Open Lord of Waterdeep, Laurel Silverhand herself, gave a speech yesterday begging for peace in the streets. The city has seen much fighting within our streets, the cobblestones running red with the blood of citizens and antagonists alike, she said to a surprisingly quiet crowd gathered about her podium. We cannot suffer this gang war any longer. The city guards, nay, any member of the Lord's Alliance operating in the city shall do whatever is necessary to end Waterdeep's suffering. Be it the Xanathar's Guild, Zentarum, or any other organization that might be skulking in the shadows. They should be aware and be afraid of our reach. Laurel Silverhand's words ring a promising note. Until they become action, we simply can't hold out hope. This has been transpiring for more than a 10-day. What caused the delay in taking this seriously? We trust in our new open Lord, and she has worked tirelessly to fix the damage of Neverember. But we can't count our chickens before they hatch.
Why did no one tell us about this, that she was holding a speech? That seems like something you'd hear on the street.
I don't go outside much. Maybe I would have
We
noticed.
were all
I don't
about the
know.
city last night. Come on, we were rocking around a hell of a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it was a quiet crowd. Maybe we just passed it by. I don't know.
Yeah, probably in
And
the
also, I haven't actually seen that much fighting on the streets, besides the things we've done.
All I know is the Wazoo really needs to look at their typesetting. This spacing, oof.
Letters to the editor. AI is clearly a prank. Fucking AI. I bet whoever it is that, I bet that whoever it is that wrote it in had no idea the card was a fake and was just trying to stir trouble. Now they're going to probably claim their brilliance and try to profit off our prank while they can. Bah. Sarah
That's a good
Tennyson.
idea.
Where is the best place for cinnamon buns? I just love them and can't decide which cart is the best. Stu Pendleton. Well, you can send in an answer for that one. You can even
When
do
is
it as Art
Omen Dron
Incarnate.
going to show up and get mad at people for using his
Editor's
company
note.
wrong?
Coffin Mart in front of Cell's Curiosities.
AI is going to show up and be like, "Hey, wait a minute, we're being misrepresented here."
Well, Lou, is that... Well, I mean, Horik as well here. Would you say that's the best place?
I don't know. Like, the last place I got him from, Camilo was not a fan of, but I thought they were pretty good.
I mean, his opinion definitely does not matter in this case.
I'm going to say, isn't it Lou that has a thing for cinnamon buns?
Yeah.
Well, it's both Lou and Horik. They are food appreciators.
Mm-hmm.
I've not yet fully investigated the cinnamon bun supply.
You were too
in
busy
this
getting
city.
fucking hammered with Bjorn going around bars. That's why.
We can do the cinnamon bun cart tour next.
You wouldn't have
Some
fucking
crepes
known
along
there's
the way.
cinnamon in anything. You were that fucking blocked.
Some of them don't even have raisins.
There are 3 carts of notes we can go to.
Zord's Magical Carnival. Oil bears, polar bears, ooh, and more. Sea feats
Yeah.
of acrobatics, wonderful music, and sights before unseen in Waterdeep. It's not going to be just the same parade as last time. Come down to Dock Street and enjoy the best shipside carnival that you'll ever see. Don't forget the parade today down the Way of a Dragon. Free!
You think he'll let us participate in the parade sometime?
I mean, if we do well enough, we might have an automaton of ourselves. You never know. Probably not.
I mean, dancing and singing and whatnot.
Maybe. I mean, you could always ask him sometime. Funnily enough, we do have a direct line. Mind
Who
you,
could Zord be?
there is the minor issue of they don't want to be associated with Drow.
We can just dress up.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, that's their only hesitant bit. But at least we got something to do today before we go further our conspiratorial investigations. Oh yes, did we send the Tressum out to spy on Malin's door?
Did you?
Half tempted to say yes, but on the other hand, it would make a very good guard for during the night. But yes, we send out to spy.
How far can you actually send the familiar away like that?
Oh, it can go wherever
100
it
feet,
wants.
like,
Does it
so, yeah, 100 feet I can
does it have-
telepathically communicate with it.
But otherwise, you can just send it wherever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then it comes back and tattle.
You can also pop him out of existence, yeah? Let's see.
Think so?
All right. How long did you keep it there?
I mean, it says that while your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears. It says that in the same paragraph. It's not quite
Yeah.
clear if this applies to the 100 feet as well or not.
Yeah, I think it's just that within the 100 feet, she has a direct link. Otherwise, it's gonna fuck off somewhere else,
Well,
and
Yeah.
it's gonna have to come back to the 100 feet.
The problem is, when we have it sitting out there for 8 hours, as a cat thing, it would probably only pick up about 20 minutes before it just naps.
So here's the question. Yeah, how long was it there, and when did you bring it back?
Probably an hour or two out there, and then back immediately after that.
Okay, so in the middle of the night or when?
Jeez.
Might as well go middle of the night.
Yeah.
Okay. Your Tresson would come back and report that he was sleeping. As for what he had in the room, as far as he could tell, he had his axe up on the table by the nightstand,
Okay.
and he just seemed like he was sleeping.
All right.
You did not at all notice the wooden puppet head that was in the bed on the log underneath the comforter.
He only had an appropriate number of corpses hanging in the room, and his skin hanging over the door.
So yes, I think this is probably a good time to also cut for the
Yeah,
night.
we're just
Yeah.
at the deadline.
Yep.
Let's hit the button.
Alright.